Hey guys, welcome to Fanfic Fanatics. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Deku became the Mad Alchemist? Part 1. Before starting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in MHA fanfictions. This story is Might and Magic by Ultigod 10096. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive in. It's a beautiful day today in the city of Mustafu, Japan, as we see a group of kids walking through the forest in search of someone. Grown, where the hell is he? We're gonna be late. I don't understand why we have to go to school. It's a complete waste of time for us all. Because like our parents constantly say, we all need the education. Dude, you're a knight in shining armor. I kill people and steal shit from either you guys or randoms on the street, and he's just a fucking necromancer. No, I am a scientist, not a necromancer. Makoto, we're not gonna stand here and act like you don't dig up dead bodies and augment them. Name: Makoto Naegi. Likes: the undead, golems, gravedigging, creating mutants. Friends: the nighttime, his creations. Dislikes: police, heroes, people saying what he does is evil, being called a villain, being scolded by John. Personality: calm, unhinged, crazy Elises. The good doctor, master of undead, master of abominations, Dr. Death. Occupation: master mutator, scob crafter, bone cobbler, reanimator. Makoto: okay, so what? It's not like anyone's using the corpses. Dude, that's just fucked up, Makoto. Also, stealing from everyone you see is okay. Issei. Name: Issei Hyodo. Likes: stealing, shiny things, women, friends. Dislikes: police, heroes, being scolded by John. Personality: calm, flirty, cool, awesome. Elises: thriving bastard, the sniper, the traveler, lucky bastard. Occupation: Rouge. Issei: well, at least I'm not digging up people's dead relatives. Makoto: hey, they're not entirely dead if they live on in their hearts. Can you two just stop talking? Issei: shut up, John, you're probably the most normal person in this friend group. Name: John Arc. Likes: doing what's right, his friends, being nice, heroes. Dislikes: pure evil, backstabbers, traitors, having to constantly look after his group so they don't get into trouble. Personality: nice, calm, irritated, tired Elises. The Holy Knight, a true star, the Golden Knight, child with a heart of gold. Occupation: Paladin. John: I feel more like the mother figure of you all. Makoto: yeah, whatever. So how do you know he's out here? John: he's not allowed in most places after certain incidents. Issei: you mean like the chicken army incident? John: yes, that. Issei: hee, that was fun. Makoto: that's because you stole from everyone who was turned into a chicken. Issei: yeah, John. Sigh, well, after being banned or kicked out of most places, there's only one place I can think of, and that's the forest. Makoto: what makes you think he's out here? Issei: last time I checked, wherever he went, nonsense followed. We've been walking for at least 3 minutes and nothing weird or strange has happened. Boom. The three boys look up to see an explosion cloud in the distance as John looks over at Issei, who looked over at John. Issei: well, never mind, John. Let's go get our artificer. The three boys run towards the explosion, and once they get there they see it's raining rabbits, as a lot of rabbits are running around confusing them, until they see a boy with blue hair walk out of the smoke coughing as he takes his goggles off and sees the results. So that's what happens when you mix an explosive crystal with a rabbit's foot. Ha ha ha, it's a bunny bomb. Issei: oi, Izuku. Name: Izuku. Likes: experimenting, explosions, creating things, alchemy, smithing, artillery, armor, biosmithing, his friends. Dislikes: old friends, class 1A, Izumi, Katsumi, Shoka, Shoto, Lida, Bakugo, past family. Personality: crazy, fun, outgoing, cool, collected, a bit insane. Elises: the crazed creator. Occupation: artificer, alchemist, battlesmith, armorer, biosmith, artillerist, enchanter, wire weaver, grease monkey, engineer. Izuku looks up to see his friends staring down at him as he smiles and waves at them while laughing in joy. Izuku: hey guys, good to see you. John: come on man, we're gonna be late for school. Izuku: Do I have to, John? Yes, now come on, Izuku. Okay, Sai, and here I was hoping to test out more things. Izuku puts on a pair of boots and runs and then jumps up high into the air and lands right next to the three boys with a smile on his face. Izuku. Boost boots pretty cool, hug eyes. Makoto. Interesting. Issei. Yeah, they are. Say you wouldn't mind if I. Izuku. No, you can't have them, Issei. But could you at least make me a pair? Izuku. Yes, John. No, Izuku. Issei. You're no fun, John. Sai, we have 5 minutes before the school bell rings, we're not gonna make eye. Izuku. Never say never, John, I got this. Makoto. I don't like the sound of that. Izuku. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Watch. Izuku pulls out a green potion and pops the top off and starts drinking the whole bottle. Once done, he throws the bottle behind him and immediately holds his head in pain and begins to grow in size as the boys step back. John. We really should start asking what his potions do before he drinks them. Issei. Why, yeah, let's start doing that. Makoto. Is it me or is he getting more scaly? John. He is. Once Izuku's transformation is complete, the three boys stare in fear at what Izuku has become as Izuku looks down at the three boys. John. Makoto. Issei. Oshi. The three boys get snatched up as Izuku speeds off towards the school before the late bell rings, as we cut over to the gates of a high school known as Aldera High, where we see a girl with red hair outside sitting on the stair waiting. Must have gotten lost in the woods or caught up in so bullshit side they'll be late. While the girl waits for the boys, we see a group of girls walk over to the girl as she sighs loudly seeing them. Oh great, the 1A bitches are here. Uraraka. Hey Rindo-san. Name. Rindo Kobayashi. Likes hunting, cooking, fresh ingredients, friends, fishing, delicious meals, monster hunting. Dislikes. Moldy food, people wasting food, terrible food. Personality. Feral, perfectionist, cool, calm, irritated, angry, straightforward. Elisa's. The hunter, beast slayer, feral butcher. Occupation, gourmet. Rindo. What do y'all want, Mina? Well, we just wanted to know why Izuku likes being around you so much. Rindo. What do you mean, Uraraka? Of all the girls he talks to, he likes being around you the most, which doesn't make sense. You're nowhere near ladylike unlike the rest of us. Rindo. Well, maybe it's because I'm nice. I can cook so bomb-ass food, and unlike you girls, I didn't bully him for years trying to make him quit being a hero. 1A girls. How does she know, Toru? What are you talking about? We never. Rindo. Oh, cut the shit, he told me everything about his past. The whole group knows what you bitches did to him. Uraraka. Well, once we tell him why we did it, he'll forgive us. We know he will. Rindo. You honestly believe he'll forgive every one of you? Didn't all of you besides the rich chick cheat on him with the 1A boys also? Uraraka, your taste in men is ass. You chose the angry yapping chihuahua over Izuku. That's absolutely crazy. Katsumi. Shut it, bitch. Izu will forgive us, and when he does you'll feel stupid. Rindo. I'm sorry, is the dumb mutt speaking to me or is that another one of you dumb bitches in the area? Katsumi. You Shoka. Don't, Katsumi, it's not worth it. Katsumi. TCH fucking bitch. Rindo. Sorry, but I'm not your mother. When Katsumi heard that, she was super pissed, and the other girls knew it as Shoka didn't even try to stop her. But before Katsumi could do anything, someone let out a loud scream, catching everyone's attention as they look over to see a giant snake slithering towards the school at full speed, shocking everyone. Mina, Toru. Giant snake. Rindo. That's lunch. Rindo pulled out a giant cleaver and ran towards the giant snake and jumped into the air readying a slash, but then the giant snake started regurgitating as it spat out the three boys as they hit Rindo out of the sky as the four all crash land and hit the ground hard. Rindo. Ow, Issei. Ew, I'm all slimy, John. Well, that was disgusting. Makoto. So that's what the inside of a snake looks like. Rindo. Oi guys, get off, I gotta get my lunch, John. Don't bother, Rindo, that giant snake is Izuku. Rindo. He can do that, Makoto. He's an artificer. Rindo, anything is possible in that head of his. Rindo. You have a point. Then the giant snake starts to get smaller to the size of a human as they see Izuku is back to normal. Izuku. We have arrived at our destination. I hope you enjoyed the ride, boys. Rindo. Yeah, you guys are just in time, John. Great, let's G. Issei. You must be crazy, I'm not going in there covered in snake saliva. John. We're already here, so let's just get the day over with. Issei. I'm not going in there, John. I'll knock you out. Issei. Hey, that is if you can catch me, John. Wanna bet? Issei. Dute Rindo. Alright ladies, enough bickering, let's go. Rindo grabs Issei by the back of his shirt and drags him along as the others follow and head inside the school, but before they can get inside the school, the 1A girls step in front of the group. Makoto. Oh damn, the bitches are here, Rindo. That's what I said earlier. Katsumi. Shut up, you villain, Makoto. Sai, here we go again with this shit. Momo. Step aside, we want to talk with Izuku Issei. But does he want to talk with you all? No, he doesn't. John. Could y'all step aside, we have to get to class. Shoka. Not until we talk with Izuku. Sai, what is it this time? Jiro. Listen Izuku, we just want to say. Before Jiro could finish her sentence, the bell goes off indicating they're all now late. John. Dang it, y'all can talk later, move it Tsuyu. But. Issei. Out of the way, the group pushed and shoved through the 1A girls as they were sad that they didn't get the chance to talk with Izuku, even though I doubt he'd want to hear what they had to say anyway. Once inside, the group go their separate ways and head to their classes. After a few hours, the lunch bell rings as everyone heads to lunch, where we see the group sitting at a table talking. John. So who else is going to you? Rindo. I am Izuku. Me too. Makoto. I guess I will. Issei. Yeah, me too, John. Good to know, let's do our best and not cause any chaos. Issei. John, look at this friend group, it screams out chaos. John. True, Sai. I hate that he's right, so how's everyone day so far? Rindo. Boring. Issei. Successful. Makoto. Everyone keeps giving me dirty looks. Izuku. Same, but they give me fearful looks, John. So same old. Makoto. Luckily this is the last day of school, so I don't have to see any of these people again. Bakugo. Of course the villain would say that Makoto just sighed, as the squad know exactly who that is as they look over to see Katsuki Bakugo along with Shiro, Denki, and Kirishima. Shiro. Sup losers, heard you're all going for you. Issei. Yes. Bakugo. Well, quitted because we're going and we don't need extras like you slowing us down. Izuku. Can y'all go away, we're just trying to eat. Bakugo. Shut it, nerd, I thought I told your ass a million times already to quit it. Izuku. Well, too bad, I'm still going whether you like it or not. Denki. But with what quirk? Izuku. Hey, why have a quirk when I can do this? Izuku squad. No. Izuku pulled out an orange potion and pokes the top open and was about to drink it until John gripped Izuku's arm. John. Izuku, let's not transform into whatever and go around destroying anything this time, okay? Izuku. You're right, John. Sai, thank you, Izuku. Better idea. John. No way. Izuku pulls out another potion and throws it at the boys as they get engulfed in a white mist and start coughing hard, catching everyone's attention. Then after a few seconds the smoke clears, revealing a blonde chicken, a red chicken, a yellow chicken, and a black chicken. Bakugo. What the BWAAK? Shiro. What did you do? BWAK. Izuku. I turned you into chickens. Rindo. Free food. Denki. Oh, Kirishima. Run. BWAK. The four boys run off as Rindo chases after them with a knife and meat mallet in hand, causing everyone to laugh. Even John was giggling. John. How long will the effects last? Izuku. Wait, there was supposed to be a time limit. When the boys heard that, John was shocked while Issei and Makoto were laughing like crazy. John. So you're telling me they could be stuck as chickens forever? Izuku. Yep, John. What? Issei. John. Stop laughing, this is serious. Makoto. What? I don't see a problem here. Do any of you see a problem? Issei. Izuku. Nope. Makoto. See no problem, John. Sai. Izuku, just change them back. Izuku. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Runs off Issei. Aw man, now they're gonna be back to normal soon. Makoto. At least we got 5 minutes of entertainment. Issei. True that, Denki. Please don't eat me. BAWK. Rindo. Get in the damn pot. Rindo throws a cooking knife at Denki, who dodges and runs off. As she's about to chase him, she gets pecked on her leg by Bakugo as she just kicks him away and jumps up and grabs him. Rindo. Fried chicken coming up. Bakugo. Damn it, let me go. BWAK. Rindo. Gladly. Rindo drops Bakugo as he falls straight towards the pot, shocking everyone, thinking he's actually going to get killed, until John swoops in and saves him in time. John. That was close, you Alri. Bakugo. I didn't need your help. BAWK boy. John. Even after getting saved, he's still a piece of shit. Rindo. Oi John, what gives? John. Rindo, you can't cook the color-coded chickens, these are people. Rindo. No, that's a delicious color-coded bird in your hand, John. John. Rindo, no. Rindo. Rindo, yes. Rindo pulls out her giant cleaver and runs at John, who pulls out his sword and prepares for Rindo, but before the two could clash, Izuku kicks the door open. Izuku. I'm Bak Issei. That wasn't even 5 minutes, how did you get done that fast? Izuku. Alchemy is easy when you have a mind like mine's. Turn the pot into a monster. Make everyone around you suffer. Turn your right arm into a hidden blade. Anyway, the potions are done, so if you want to be a human again, then come he. Bakugo, Kirishima, Denki and Shiro all ran towards Izuku, barking like chickens, causing him to laugh as he pops the top off and pours the liquid onto the chickens, as they immediately turn back to normal. Izuku. There ya go, good as new. Denki. What the fuck was that? Izuku. Might turn a person into a chicken potion. Kirishima. Why did you make that? Izuku. I thought it was funny. Bakugo. TCH, you're crazy, you know that. Deku. Izuku. Believe me, I've heard that many times and I'm not disagreeing. Bakugo. TTCH, let's just go. The Bakugo squad walk away from Izuku, who sits back down and eats his food. After a while, the bell ring indicates lunch is over as everyone leaves the lunchroom and head back to class, as we see Izuku in class with some people he likes while there's some he doesn't like. Teacher. Alright class, I'm gonna pass out these future career sheets and I want all of you to write what you want to do in the future. Class. Grown teacher. But who am I kidding? I know you all want to be heroes. The class all cheer out, excited to become heroes, and begin to use their quirks as the teacher calms the class down. Teacher. Alright, settle down, you know using your quirks in public is illegal. Izuku. That's a stupid ass law when you really think about it. Teacher. Anyway, some of you here plan on going to UA. Random student. Whoa, really? Random student? UA high. Random student. The school with a low acceptance rating. Teacher. Yep, so the ones going to UA are Najire Hado, Pony Sunodori, Itsuka Kendo, Reiko Yanagi, Katsumi Bakugo, Shoka Todoroki and Izumi Yagi. Katsumi. Oi teach, don't lump us in with the rest of these D-rank losers, they'll be lucky enough to scrap the bottom of the barrel. Shoka. Agreed. Izumi. Hey, with the quirks some of you guys have, I doubt you'd make it far in the hero world. Najire. Hey, be nice you three, everyone should at least try. Random students. Najire-sama is so nice. Najire. He thanks everyone. Teacher. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, Izuku Yagi is Izuku. That's not my name. Izuku threw a small box at the teacher's face as it exploded into pebbles, which ended up ricocheting around the room, causing everyone to duck in cover to not get hit. After 10 minutes of pebbles flying around, they stopped and hit the ground as all eyes were on Izuku, who was writing in his notebook. Izuku. Note to self: add more velocity to rocks. Random student. Oi Deku. Izuku. Random student. That could have killed us. Izuku. No, pebbles can't kill people. Unless they're at the speed of bullets. Random student. That's exactly how fast they were going. Izuku. No, that was the speed of a paintball. Teacher. Izuku Yagi, go to. Izuku. That's not my name. Izuku then threw a potion at the teacher as he got hit and instantly turned into a mouse, shocking everyone. Teacher. What the hell? Squeak pony. Woo-ah, the teacher turned into a mouse. Reiko. Izuku, how many weird potions do you have? Izuku. Too many to count. Kendo. That's a very scary answer, teacher. Change me back to normal immediately. Squeak. Izuku. Give me 10 minutes. Runs off. Teacher. Sigh, this kid. Squeak. Katsumi. Oi you four. Kendo. Oh great, here we go again. What do you want? Katsumi. Stay out of our way when we get to Hey, you hear me? Shoka. Yeah, we don't need you girls in our way. Reiko. We won't be in your way, so don't worry about it. Pony. Yeah, just leave us alone. Izumi. If you wanna be left alone, then know your place and stay in it. Najire. Now you six calm down, no need to fight. The six girls glare at each other, but before they can say or do anything, the door gets kicked open and Izuku comes back with 3 different potions. Izuku. I'm back, Pony. But that wasn't even 10 minutes. Izuku. Alchemy is easy when you have a mind like mine. Make a magical bomb. Make fish fly. Make a giant dragon mech to rule the city. Right eye twitches asterisk anyway. Izuku throws 1 potion at the teacher, turning him back to normal as the teacher sighs in relief. Reiko. Wait, what are the other 2 potions for? Izuku. When did I make these? Shrugs shoulders. Izuku drinks both potions, not sure what they do, until he sneezes and floats around the room, shocking everyone in the room. Izuku. I guess that's what one does, but what does the other D? Burp. Izuku burps out fire, all of a sudden causing everyone to duck as Izuku goes spiraling around the room until he crashes into the window and flies out the room, shocking everyone. Najire. Izuku. Izuku. Don't worry, I'll be fine as long as I'm floating. Kendo. But how long will you be floating? Izuku. Now that you mentioned it, I don't know. Oh. Katsumi, Izumi, Shoka, Najire, Pony, Reiko, Kendo, Izuku. Najire jumped out the window and activated her quirk and quickly caught Izuku before he could hit the ground. Izuku. Thanks, Najire-chan. Najire. Baka, you could have died. Izuku. But I'm still alive thanks to you. Najire. Sai, please don't do that again. Izuku. Okie dokie. Najire and Izuku both fly back into the room again, and at that moment the bell rings as Izuku hops out of Najire's grasp and runs off along with the other students. Kendo. Sai, he's so energetic. Reiko. I don't know if that's good or bad. Pony. I think it's good to be energetic. Reiko. True, but in Izuku's case he should cool it a lot. Najire. Yeah. As the 4 girls walk out of the room, we see Izuku running down the street heading to his original spot in the forest. Izuku. Yes, school's out for good and now it's all me time, ha ha ha. Izuku does a few front flip in excitement and runs under the bridge, but before he can make it to the other side, the manhole bursts open behind Izuku as he turns around to see a giant slime. Slime villain. Crap, I gotta hide and fast. Izuku. Hey, I know a place you can hide. The slime villain turns around to see Izuku with a crazed smile on his face, creeping him out a bit, but he decided to hear Izuku out. Slime villain. Really now, and where might that be, little guy? Izuku. This test bottle. Slime villain. How you think I'm going in there so you can send me to the cops? Fat chance key. Izuku. You think I'm gonna send you to the police station? PFFFT, ha 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 ha. The slime villain was shocked and a bit spooked seeing Izuku burst out into crazy laughter as Izuku sighed and then popped the top off the bottle as the slime villain felt himself getting sucked towards Izuku. Slime villain. What the hell? Izuku. Me and you are gonna have lots of fun together. Slime villain. Oh oi, stay back, stop it. Izuku. Nah, I don't think I will, you're getting in this bottle. Slime villain. Stop, let me go. Izuku. Ha. Izuku runs closer to the slime villain, making it easier to get him into the bottle. After a few seconds of retaliation, the slime villain gets trapped in Izuku's potion bottle as he puts the top back on the bottle tightly so the slime villain doesn't try to escape. Izuku. Perfect. Slime villain. What are you gonna do with me? Izuku. Nothing too painful now, come on, let's get you someplace safe. Slime villain. Help, healed. Izuku. Scream all you want, but no one can hear you. Seriously, no one can hear you, not even I can. Slime villain. Help me, healed. Izuku walks off giggling to himself, and once he got far away from the bridge, All Might burst out from the manhole. All Might. Have no fear, for I am here. All Might looks forward and sees nothing, no slime, no one to save, nothing confusing him.
All Might. Did I go the wrong way? I thought you went this way. Guess not, I must find that villain quickly. All Might jumped away from the bridge as we see Izuku deep in the forest humming a tune until he gets to a giant treehouse.
Izuku. Ha ha, home sweet home. Izuku runs inside and heads straight for a certain room. As he runs up the stairs of the treehouse, he gets to a door and kicks it open to see his alchemy room. Izuku. I miss this place now. Then Izuku puts the slime villain on the counter and starts looking at the other potion bottles on the shelves. Izuku. Okay, let's see. Fairy wings no, shark teeth no, dragon scales no, gremlin strength no, gremlin IQ. That depends. Slime villain. Oi kid, let me out of here. I don't want to be a part of your weird crap. Izuku. Ah, here we go, the whole slime family in one bottle. Izuku grabs a set of shades and pulls out a glowing bottle full of all the colors of a rainbow. As it shines so bright it ended up blinding the slime villain. Slime villain. Ah, I can't see too bright. Izuku. Now let's see. Izuku shakes the bottle with the slime villain in it real fast, making him go dizzy for a moment as Izuku opens the top off both the bottles and pours all the rainbow liquid in with the slime villain. Izuku then puts the top back on the bottle and violently shakes it as the rainbow liquid and the slime villain start to mix together. After a minute of shaking, Izuku looks to see his newfound creation. Izuku. The Slime King Potion. Or is it King Slime? Ah, whatever, let's see what happens. Izuku pops the top off and chugs the whole bottle down with no sweat. Once he's done, he puts the bottle down and waits for the effects to kick in. Izuku. Strange, usually the effects are insta. Oh, Izuku. Izuku. Gasp, they're here. Izuku runs out of his alchemy room and heads downstairs to the living room. Once he gets there, he sees 3 girls in the living room, one on the couch, one by the bar, and another by the lamp. Izuku. Hey ladies. Dude, we're right here, calm down. Izuku. Sorry Becky, I'm just really excited today. Name. Becky likes making new things. Izuku. Izuku's other friends. Dislikes stuff blowing up in her face. Issei, John and his rules. Occupation. Master engineer. Becky. Gonna tell me why. Izuku. Because today was the last day of school? So no more school for you, huh? Izuku. That's right Paige, I can focus on my other projects. Name. Paige likes fire. Izuku. Setting things on fire, setting people on fire. Becky. Dislikes being told not to set things on fire. Occupation. Pyromaniac. Paige. That's cool. Izuku. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's cool and all, but what about me? You still got time in your schedule for me. Izuku. Yeah, you too. Gina. Name. Gina. Race. Gremlin. Likes. Izuku. Creating new inventions. Becky. Paige. Dislikes. John, Rindo, Makoto. Issei. Occupation. Warlock engineer. Gina. Good, now pick me up. Izuku picks up Gina and puts her on his shoulders as she kisses him on the forehead, making him blush as he walks over to the bar and walks behind the counter. Izuku. Who wants some root beer? Paige. Sure Becky. Yes. Gina. Absolutely. Izuku. Coming up, Izuku grabs 3 cups and puts them underneath a hose in the side of the wall and pulls a lever as root beer flows out and into the cups. Izuku. Here you go ladies. Gina, Paige, Becky. Thanks. Takes cup. Becky. So Izuku, you going to you? Izuku. Yep Becky. But why do that when you can do so much more? Gina. Seriously, you could make an army of robots if you wanted to, so why waste your time at you? Izuku. Something to pass the time, I guess. Paige. Wait, so you're not worried about being a hero? Izuku. One side of me wants to do good while the other side wants to do bad. Left eye twitches, and in the middle I just want to do my own thing. Paige. I see, well I support you. Izuku. Gina. Same here. Becky. Me too, just try not to create any magic missiles. Izuku. No promises. Becky. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Izuku. Cheers to a bright and exciting future. Becky, Paige, Gina. Cheers. Paige. Wait Izuku, you don't have a cup. Izuku. Ah, don't worry about it. Paige. Then 3 green slime tentacles came out of Izuku's back, shocking and spooking the girls as they watch the tentacles make Izuku a cup of root beer within seconds, as one tentacle slides the cup to Izuku, who catches it and takes a sip. Izuki. I do now. Why are you looking like that? Gina. I'm sorry, what the hell was that? Izuku. Oh, that was King Slime Potion. Or Slime King Potion, I'm not sure yet. Becky. Izuku, what did you do while we were gone? Izuku. Captured a guy made entirely out of slime, then mixed him with the whole slime family in one bottle potion, then I shook the two up so they could mix together, then after a minute of shaking I drank it. Becky, Paige, Gina. What Izuku? Yeah, the effects weren't immediate but it still worked out in the end. Gina. Do you have any idea how many slime there are in the world? Izuku. 30. Gina. No, there's like 100 different versions of slime. Izuku. Oh. Cool. Paige. Hey, every day it's something new with you, Izuku. Becky. And that's what I like about you, Izuku, you're always up to something new and exciting. Izuku. A wise man once said the world is yours to do whatever you want, and that's what I'm gonna do, so toast to doing what we want. Cheers. Gina, Becky, Paige. Cheers. The four drink their root beer and enjoy each other's presence while thinking about the future and what their next project will be. It's a new day as we see Izuku sleeping on the couch with Gina on his chest as he wakes up and looks around the living room to see Becky and Paige sleeping in a bunch of red cups everywhere. Izuku. What happened last night? Flashback. We see Izuku trying to balance 3 eggs on his tongue and is struggling as Becky and Paige cheer him on. Becky. Come on, Izuku, you got this. Paige. Only 5 more seconds, babe. Izuku. I can do this, I got this. Gina. Hey hic asterisk Paige. Paige. Huh, Gina. Ho hic asterisk wah. Gina threw a bluish-white orb at Paige as it exploded in her face as a white smoke cloud bursted out all over the room, putting everyone to sleep. End of flashback. Izuku. Oh yeah, she did that. Anyway. Izuku picks Gina up and puts her on the couch and throws a blanket over her and quietly walks off towards the front door and leaves the treehouse. Izuku. It's the first day of summer, I'm feeling good, let's start of bye. I don't know. Izuku sat cross on the floor and put his hand on his chin and started twiddling his imaginary beard. Izuku. What to do today? Izuku continued thinking until he heard a twig snap, making him look up to see a deer staring at him until it runs off. Izuku. I've got an idea. Izuku runs back inside the treehouse and starts looking for his phone as quickly and quietly as possible. After looking around for a few minutes, he finds his phone inside the couch and quickly and quietly leaves the treehouse and calls someone. Izuku. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. After a while someone picks up the phone as Izuku jumps up and down in excitement as it's Makoto. Izuku. Hey Makoto, my best friend. Makoto. You sound excited. Izuku. 2 reasons: 1, it's the first day of summer, and 2, I just got an idea. Makoto. Oh boy, what is it this time? Izuku. I forgot. Makoto. Oh, so no-eyed. Izuku. Wait, I remember now. Makoto. Oh, Izuku. Meet me in the forest at our treehouse. Makoto. Okay, see you there. Makoto hangs up as Izuku puts his phone in his pocket and walks back inside the house, only to see Gina awake and looking at Izuku with suspicion. Gina. You're up early. Izuku. Good morning, Gina. Gina. What happened last night? Izuku. It should come back to you in a few seconds. Gina. Oh yeah, I did that. Hey, that was fun. Izuku. Anyway, since you're up, I wanna ask you something. Gina. What is it? Izuku. Do you have any weapons that explode? Gina. Maybe, maybe not. Who's asking? Izuku. Me. Gina. Oh, if that's the case, follow me. Gina gets up of the couch and walks towards the downstairs attic as Izuku follows behind her. Once they get there, she opens the door and walks over to Izuku and puts her hands up. Gina. You pies now. Izuku picks Gina up much to her appreciation and walks downstairs into the attic to see Gina's workspace. Izuku. So this is your workplace? Gina. Yeah, this is only the first floor. Izuku. Huh, Gina. Go over to that side of the wall. Izuku. Okay. Izuku walks over to the side of the wall, not sure why, until Gina pulls the torch on the wall down as she and Izuku fall through a hole and slide downward. Gina. Izuku. Weeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee
follows as Izuku looks around, seeing they're in an even bigger laboratory with weapons on the floor and wall, a cauldron of green liquid, a brain in a jar along with a few other body parts and green stones all over the place. Izuku. Whoa, Gina. Here, put these on. Gina gives Izuku a gas mask and a pair of gloves, confusing him. Izuku. Why do I need these? Gina. You need something to decay things, right? Izuku. Yeah. Gina. Then put the gloves and mask on now. Izuku. Okay, relax. Izuku puts on the gloves and gas mask as Gina does the same and walks over to the cauldron and pulls up a mini ladder and sticks her hand in the liquid and starts digging around. Izuku. Find anything? Gina. HRRM, no, not yet. Izuku. Okay. Gina keeps digging her hand around in the cauldron for a while until she gets a hold of something as she pulls out a green orb. Gina. He. Izuku. Ooh, shiny. Gina. HRRM, this is a poison wind globe. Izuku. Gina. Takes off gas mask, this is a poison wind globe, it's pretty much a poisonous bomb. Izuku. Takes off gas mask, does it decay flesh? Gina. Go see for yourself. Gina gives Izuku the poison wind globe as Izuku smiles a devilish smile and looks at Gina. Izuku. Thanks, Gina. Gina. Anything for you, Izuku. Izuku. Now how do I get out of here? Gina. Take the elevator. Izuku. Hi and thanks again. Gina. Anytime, and whatever you do, don't drop the poison wind globe and keep the gas mask on even after you throw it. Izuku. Hi. Izuku puts his gas mask back on and takes the elevator back up to the surface, excited to see how powerful the poison wind globe is. After 3 minutes, Izuku makes it back to the basement and opens the basement door and peeks out to see Paige and Becky still asleep as he sighs in relief and creeps out the basement and quietly walks out the front door. Izuku. Now where should I test this at? IKNOW. Izuku runs off into the forest, being careful to not accidentally drop the poison wind globe. After running for a few minutes, he gets to an open plain, seeing lots of deer. Izuku. Hehehe. Izuku walks out from underneath the trees and throws the poison wind globe as some deer run away while Izuku watches the poison wind globe hit the ground, and the moment it did. *BOOOOOOOM. Half of the open plain was engulfed in poison wind, and anything in the cloud of poison starts bleeding from every opening on their body while dying slowly. Izuku. HAHAHA. Izuku jumped around in excitement and joy, seeing it do so much damage as he takes off his gas mask and smiles. Izuku. Gina. You're a damn genius, Makoto's gonna have a field day. Izuku runs off, heading to another treehouse to meet up with Makoto, but unknown to him someone saw the whole thing and is not happy not one bit as they walk back into the forest, leaving the area, as we see Izuku running towards another treehouse that he and his friends made a long time ago. After running for a few minutes, Izuku sees his friend's treehouse. Izuku. MAKOTOOOOOO. Makoto. I am up here, come in. Izuku giggles and jumps onto the tree and starts climbing up the tree to the top balcony, where he finds Makoto dissecting a chipmunk that he found on the way here. Makoto. Alright, I'm here, so what is your crazy idea? Izuku. You know how you make monster with dead bodies, right? Makoto. Yes. Izuku. And you know how to bring things back from the dead, right? Makoto. Yes, but it's a long process. Izuku. Okay, cool, is there a faster process? Makoto. Maybe, but I haven't found it yet. Izuku. I see. Makoto. But what are you getting at? Izuku. Follow me. Izuku runs downstairs as Makoto follows him, and the two leaves out the treehouse and head to the open plain of poison. After running for a few minutes, Makoto sees the open plain engulfed in poison, surprising him as Izuku gives him the gas mask. Izuku. Take a look in there and tell me what you see. Makoto. Okay. Makoto takes the gas mask and walks inside the cloud of poison and sees loads of dead deer lying on the ground. As he continues walking, he sees more dead animals: birds, squirrels, elk, foxes, wolves, even a whole bear. As Makoto sees all the dead animals, he forms a sinister smile on his face. Makoto. And this Izuku, this is why you're my favorite out of everyone else in the group. Makoto grabs 2 decaying deer and drags them out the smoke and back to Izuku, who's waiting with a smile on his face as Makoto takes off the mask, showing his smile. Makoto. Izuku, I don't know what your plan is, but I'm with you. Izuku. Great, let's get to work. Makoto. But there's a lot of dead animals and only 2 of us, who else can we call to help out? Izuku. This is a pretty big forest. Snaps fingers, I got it. We cut over to a bar on the bad side of town where we see a bunch of crooks and thugs doing their own thing, drinking, chatting, playing pool, all that good stuff, until the door gets kicked open as all eyes are on Izuku and Makoto. Izuku. Attention all the crooks and thugs and anyone who likes explosives. WHO wants to gas the forest. The bar was silent as everyone took in what Izuku said as it stayed silent for a few seconds. Makoto. I told you that wouldn't. Whoa. Then the whole bar cheered out in agreement, shocking Makoto while Izuku smirked. Makoto. Holy shit, that worked. Izuku. The crooks of Japan. Makoto, they'll do about anything if it's fun or cash worthy. Now let's go commit war crimes on the trees. And that's exactly what happened. Every crook and thug in the bar was given a gas mask and a suit for their bodies so they didn't get rashes or accidentally decay away, and they proceeded to throw poison wind globes all over the forest, killing everything in the poisonous fogs. As Makoto got to work on bringing the dead bodies back to life while also creating some abominations of his own. While Izuku gouged out the dead animals' eyes and replaced them with mechanical spy eyes and put chips in their infected brains so he could control them and see through their eyes. Once the process was complete, the 2 released the dead spy animals back into the forest to do their own thing. After a while the sun begins to set as it's now nighttime, as we see Izuku and Makoto in their treehouse, tired. Makoto. 35 dead animals are out in the forest. Izuku. That's great progress. Makoto. By the way, Izuku, what's all this for? Izuku. Makoto. Why are we doing this? I just wanna know. Izuku. Oh, so I can have eyes and ears all around the forest. Makoto. Why? Izuku. Why not? Makoto. So you're telling me we proceeded to commit genocide on the forest animals and the forest itself, then bring them back to life just so you can see and hear what's going on around the forest? Izuku. Yeah, pretty much. Makoto. I can respect that. The 2 boys fist bump one another and stand back up and do some quick stretches. Makoto. Well then, let's make a few more zombie animals then call it a day, yeah. Izuku. Agree. Izuku froze up and stood in place, confusing Makoto. Makoto. Izuku, you good? What's wrong? Izuku. Makoto. Makoto. Yeah, what is it? Izuku then walks over and grabs a poison wind launcher that he made. Izuku. Did that tree just speak Elfin? Makoto. Makoto. O.N. Before Makoto can finish his sentence, an arrow flies through the window, almost hitting Makoto as he ducks down, while Izuku breaks the window and starts blasting the surrounding forest as the 2 boys hears the war cries of the forest all around them. Izuku. Makoto. We're surrounded. Izuku. INCOMIIIIIING. Izuku starts blasting in every direction of the forest, blowing up the forest and creating a poisonous cloud. Izuku. Eyes twitching *, you won't take me RAAAAAGH. Makoto decides to help out as he pulls something out his pocket and throws it out the window. Izuku. What was that? Makoto. I guess you can say a calling card. Now rise, you undead freaks. Then the ground starts rumbling as multiple hands start rising out the ground as zombies begin rising out the ground and immediately get shot by arrows, but they have no effect on the zombies as they walk towards the trees to get their attackers, only for a bunch of wood elves to drop down from the trees and begin cutting the zombies down. Izuku. Makoto. How long will the dead rise? Makoto. Depending on how many people have been killed in the forest, then it'll go on for a while. Izuku. How does that thing work? Makoto. Oh, it's an undead collar. Once it stabs into the ground, it pretty much shakes the ground and sends a wave of magical energy towards the dead as they begin to rise again. Izuku. That's pretty cool. Makoto. Thank you anyway. How many dead deer do we have? Izuku. 20. Why? Makoto. Perfect, give me 25 minutes until then call for help. Izuku. Got it, I'll call John too. Makoto. Anyone but him. Izuku. Okay, I'll call someone else. Dials in number. Meanwhile, back at the treehouse, we see Paige sitting on the couch reading a book on how to effectively burn people until she hears something vibrating as she looks over to see Becky's phone going off. Paige. Becky, Izuku's calling you. Becky. Pick it up, I'm in the shower. Page. Okay, picks up phone and answers, hey Izu. Izuku. HELP, hangs up. Page. What the fuck? Hey Becky and Gina. Becky, Gina. What? Page. Izuku got himself in some shit again. Gina. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? Page. I heard explosions and arrows and very disturbing deer noises in the background. Gina. That fucking Frankenstein guy. Becky. Sigh asterisk, alright girls, let's go. Gina. Page. Hi. While the girls get ready to help Izuku, we see Izuku with an arrow in his shoulder, but he's still blasting while Makoto is working on some unholy abomination. Makoto. Damn it, stop moving, you fuck. Izuku. WOLOLOLOLOLOLOLOLOLO. Izuku was about to shoot another poison wind globe until the door got kicked open as they too see a wood elf with dual blades. Makoto. Izuku. SHIT. The wood elf looks at Makoto, seeing what he's doing, and gets pissed and charges for him and swings both blades, only for Makoto to barely dodge the blades while Izuku tackles the wood elf to the ground and jabs both his thumbs into the elf's eyes, making the elf scream out loud as Izuku picks the elf up by the face with his thumbs still gouging the elf's eyes and runs over to the window and throws the elf out the window. Makoto. Holy shit. Izuku. Makoto, keep working. Makoto. Hi. Makoto gets back to work on his creation while Izuku continues blasting the forest with toxic gas clouds, killing everything in the forest until he got hit by another arrow in the chest. Izuku. Ga. Makoto. Izuku. Izuku. I am okay, it's not as bad as it looks, I promise. Makoto. TCH, those bastards, wake the fuck up, you three, get out there and kill those fucks. Then 3 of Makoto's creations activate and jump out the window, and once they land the wood elves see them and are disgusted to see what Makoto has done to these deer. Wood elf. By the gods. Wood elf. Kill Theses abominations. The 3 deer monster roar and charge the wood elves as they do the same while Makoto starts to speed up his creation process. Makoto. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Izuku. Don't worry Makoto, knowing who I called, we should be okay. Makoto. Then where are they? Boom. Wood elves. AAAAAAAHHHHHHH. Both Izuku and Makoto look down to see the 3 girls with gas mask on as Paige is setting wood elves ablaze with her flamethrower while Becky is bludgeoning wood elves' heads in with a hammer while Gina shoots the wood elves with a mini machine gun. Izuku. The cavalry has arrived. Gina. Takes off gas mask asterisk, quick get down here. Izuku. Makoto. Hi. Izuku jumps out the window along with Makoto as the 2 land on a tree branch and jump from branch to branch, then fall to the ground. Makoto. We gotta get out of here. Gina. Through the gas. Makoto and Izuku both put on their gas mask along with the 3 girls as they all run through the gas and back to their treehouse. After running for 20 minutes they get out of the poisonous gas and rush towards the treehouse and begin locking it down, tightly blocking the doors and windows with furniture as they all bunker down in the kitchen. Becky. Izuku, what the hell did you get yourself into now? Izuku. Funny story actually, let me explain. Izuku then goes on to explain how all this happened as Becky and Paige aren't even surprised as they look over at Gina. Gina. What, Paige? Why did you give our unstable boyfriend poisonous decaying flesh bombs? Gina. He asked me and I gave it to him. Becky. Just like that. Gina. Yep, just like that. Becky. Side note to self-supervise you when you talk with Izuku about anything. Paige. You want me to write that down? Becky. Yes please. Makoto. How in the blood-soaked Protestant hell did you get 3 girlfriends? Izuku. Fuck you, that's how. Gina. SSSHHH, I hear something. The group put their guards up ready for whatever barges through the door or window, but after a few seconds of waiting nothing happened. Paige. Do you think they're gone? Becky. Someone go outside and see. Izuku. Makoto. Not it. Paige. Not it. Gina. Not it. Becky. Not I shit. Gina. Sorry Becky. Becky. Sigh, fuck it. Becky gets up and slowly creeps towards the door and moves the stuff out of the way and quickly peeks outside, seeing nothing. Becky. Guys, I think we're clear. Then an arrow flies past her head and almost hits Izuku in the face, but a slime tentacle caught it in time. Izuku. Not clear, not clear. Page. Close the door. Becky immediately closes the door and moves the couch in front of the door as something started banging on the door. Makoto. They're here. Page. This is bad. Becky. Shit, I think we're surrounded. Gina. If we die, we'll all die together. Makoto. But I am not trying to die. Gina. Well, too bad, because I don't see a way out of T. Izuku. I've got an idea. Gina. Never mind. Becky. What's your idea, Izuku? Izuku. First I have to call someone. Izuku digs into his pocket and pulls out his phone and quickly dials in a number and waits for a few seconds until someone picks up. Hey Izuku. Izuku. Hey Auntie Nana. Nana. How's it going? Izuku. Pretty good. Hey Auntie, I need your help with something. Nana. Sure, what is it? Izuku. Remember that gift I got you for your birthday that I told you to put in the basement? Nana. Yeah, why? Izuku. You can open it now. Nana. What? Izuku. Please hurry. Nana. Okay kiddo, I'm on the way to the attic now. Becky, Paige, Makoto, Gina. What the hell is going on? Nana went down to the attic and turned in the light and looked around for a bit until she found a small birthday present wrapped in green and blue plastic. As she unwraps it, seeing what's inside. Nana. Really, Izuku? A big orange button. Izuku. Yep, press it. Nana. Sigh. Okay. Nana pressed the button, not thinking much of it until the button said something. Mecha Online contain burn and destroy. Nana. Huh. Then at that moment the ground started shaking, surprising her as she runs out of the attic and looks out the front window, seeing the neighborhood shaking. Then she runs over to the back window and opens it and is shocked to see her backyard slowly sliding opening. Once the hatch is opened fully, something blasts out of the ground and flies away from Nana's house, leaving her in shock. Nana. Izuku, what was that? Izuku. Your birthday present. Promise to give it back. Love you, bye. Izuku quickly hangs up the phone and giggles crazily, scaring the girls and Makoto. Makoto. You Izuku, what did you do? Izuku. 3. Becky. Huh. Izuku. 2. Paige. Why are you counting down? Izuku. 1 go. Asterisk boom. The ground quakes as the screams of wood elves was heard outside, as the scent of fear and panic could be smelled by Gina from outside the treehouse, worrying her. Gina. Who did you call for help? Izuku. My auntie's birthday present. Makoto, Becky, Gina, Paige. Huh. Then the roof of the treehouse was ripped open as the 5 looked up to see a mech, shocking the 4 while Izuku smiled. Izuku. Hey Scorch. Scorch. Hello creator. Becky, Gina, Makoto. You made that. Izuku. Yep. Paige. Why is he called Scorch? Izuku. I'm glad you asked. Izuku jumps up as Scorch catches him in his hand and puts Izuku near the cockpit as Izuku jumps into the cockpit and activates the controls. Scorch. Pilot online. Izuku. Set the forest on fire. Scorch turns towards the fleeing wood elves and begins firing down on them as they burn to crisp along with the surrounding forest, as Izuku chased after the wood elves and laughed like a madman as he burned them to piles of burning flesh. Makoto. Should we do something about this? Becky. Be honest with yourself, what can we do against that? Izuku. Ha, I am the god of hellfire. Makoto. Genuine question, what do you 3 see in Izuku? Becky. A guy who'll do what he wants when he wants. Gina. A mad inventor who's secretly a genius. Paige. Cute mad man. Makoto. I see. The 4 watched as Izuku proceeded to burn the forest while slaughtering the wood elves with the laughter of an insane man. This went on for a long while until the sound of firefighter trucks and planes were heard in the distance by Gina as she tried to get Izuku's attention but failing. Gina. Izuku, stop, the firefighters are here. Izuku. Burn. Gina. Shit guys, help me out here. Becky. Izuku, stop please. Makoto. Chill bro, we gotta go. Paige. This is turning me on. Gina. You're not helping. Becky. I think he's in his own world. Crap, this is bad. Makoto. Hold on, I might have an idea. Becky. Well, hurry up and do it. Makoto. Okay, ahem. Look, a free box full of puppy wizards. Izuku. Where? Izuku ejected out of Scorch and dives towards Makoto, tackling him to the floor and breaking 4 of his ribs from the impact. Makoto. My ribs. Izuku. Where? Becky. Izuku, there is no box of puppy wizards. Izuku. Wait, what? Aw man. Becky. Yeah, we just needed to get your attention. Izuku. Why? Paige. The firefighters are on the way along with the police. Izuku. Oh fuck. Izuku began to panic as he blew a whistle out his mouth as Scorch gently picked him up. Then Izuku jumped back into the cockpit. Becky. What are you doing? Izuku. I am hiding Scorch. Gina. Not enough time, they're getting closer. Izuku. Shit, this is wait, what's this button for? Presses button. Scorch. Eject, that's a nuclear core. Becky, Gina, Paige, Makoto. WHAAAAAAT. Izuku. Oh yeah, I forgot I added that. Scorch ejects Izuku far away from his current location as Scorch begins activating the nuclear core, terrifying the other 4. Paige. We're gonna die. Gina. No, we want to the bunker. Gina runs off towards the bunker as the 3 follow her, and once they get there and hunker down, Scorch begins to get brighter and brighter. Scorch. Goodbye creator, I had fun while it lasted. Scorch exploded into a nuclear blast, creating a cloud mushroom shaking the earth below him, sending a shockwave throughout the whole forest and catching lots of attention in the city, shocking and scaring a lot of people. The shockwave was so strong it sent the police and firefighters flying along with any other person close to the blast. After 40 minutes, the 4 come out of the bunker to see a huge crater in the ground and no remains of Scorch, and Izuku is nowhere to be found. Gina. Where did Izuku go? Becky. I don't know. Paige. The last thing I saw was him flying away from the area. Becky. Do you think he's alright? Makoto. I'm sure he's fine. If not, then his corpse will work. Gina jumped up and bonked Makoto on the head with a wrench as Makoto falls to his knees, holding his head in pain as Gina points the wrench at his face and glares at him along with Paige and Becky. Gina. Listen here, you mad bastard, you're not doing anything with Izuku's corpse. Becky. Yeah, no augmentations. Paige. And no stitching. Gina. If you say something like that again, I will fuck you up, you hear me? Makoto. Hi. Gina. Good. Paige. So, what now? Becky. I don't know. Surprisingly, the treehouse isn't destroyed at all. Izuku. Invisible barrier. The 4 jumped, hearing Izuku suddenly as they turn around and see him with leaves and twigs in his hair. Becky, Gina, Paige. You're alive. Izuku. Of course I'm alive, why wouldn't I be? Makoto. C told you he was alright. Paige. Izuku, why the hell did that mech have a nuclear core? Becky. More importantly, where did you get a nuclear core? Izuku. Oh, I made it myself. Becky. How in the hell do you do that? Izuku. I can't remember. Becky. Sigh. Gina. Whatever, we gotta get out of here before the entire Japanese military is on our asses. Makoto. True, but how are we gonna get out of here, and what about the treehouse? Izuku. Oh, that's easy. Izuku claps his hands 3 times as he and the others in the treehouse teleport far away from the destroyed area and simply appear closer to Nana's house. Gina. Where are we? Izuku. Near my auntie's house. Paige. Oh, neat. Makoto. So you can just teleport people and objects now, huh? Izuku. Yeah, kinda. Makoto. I don't even wanna know how you made it. Sigh, I'm going home, see you later, man. Izuku. Bye-bye, Makoto. Makoto leaves and heads home, leaving Izuku and the 3 girls there. Izuku. Welp, Operation Eyes and Ears was a failure. Becky. What? Izuku. Oh, let me explain, C.I. Becky. Please don't, baby, I'm tired and confused, let's just go to sleep, okay? Izuku. Sure. The 3 girls and Izuku walk back inside the treehouse to get some sleep, but before Izuku could get inside the treehouse, he hears a twig snap and turns around and sees a zombie bear with robot eyes staring at him. The bear goes back into the forest as Izuku smiles and goes inside the treehouse. Izuku. Guess Project Eyes and Ears wasn't a complete failure. It's a new day as we see the Izuku squad walking down the street heading to a cafe to get something to eat and chat with one another, but the walk was silent except for Izuku, who's humming happily. John. So, Izuku. John. Not quick to assume anything, but that nuclear explosion yesterday. Izuku. Yeah, what about it? John. Did you have anything to do with that? Izuku. No, John. You sure? Izuku. Positive. Left eye twitches. John. I see, okay then. Makoto. I was at home experimenting with squirrel bones. Issei. Dude, what the fuck? Makoto. He asked, I told him the truth. Issei. But still, Rindo. Anyway, so John, about this cafe we're going to, what's it like? John. Oh, it's a good place to get something to eat and drink, all the drinks are good. Rindo. Okay, but is the food fresh? John. Yes, Rindo. I'll be the judge of that. Izuku. So what else are we gonna do today after the cafe? John. I'm not sure, whatever you guys wanna do I'll do. Makoto. Really, John? Almost anything. Makoto. Damn. The Izuku squad giggled a bit, but little do they know they're being watched as we see Jiro and Uraraka and Mina in an alleyway. Mina. Okay girls, you remember the plan. Uraraka. Get Izuku away from the others while you distract them with your dance moves. Mina. Bingo. Jiro. Mina, I don't think that'll work. Mina. Don't worry, it will. Now let's do this. Uraraka. Jiro. Hi. As the Izuku squad were walking forward, Mina slid in front of them and looked at them with a smirk on her face. Mina. Hey, who's ready for? Izuku threw a potion at Mina, hitting her in the face and engulfing her in smoke, shocking Jiro and Uraraka and the Izuku squad. Issei. Izuku, what potion was that? Izuku. It is, I don't know. John. Izuku. It's a mystery potion. John. Oh dear God, please don't let her be dead. Once the smoke cleared, Mina was okay, but her appearance was entirely different, shocking everyone while Izuku looked at Mina surprised. Izuku. Wow, Mina. What happened? Is something wrong with my face? Izuku. No, your face is the same, but your pink skin is gone. Mina. What? Rindo. Take a look. Rindo pulled out a mirror and showed Mina what she now looks like, shocking her. Mina. Oh my God. What happened? Izuku. The potion I threw at you changed your skin tone. Mina. Why do I look like an entirely different person? How is anyone gonna know I am Mina? Issei. I'm sure the pink hair is a dead giveaway. Mina. Change me back now, Izuku, please. Izuku. But why? If I'm being honest, I like it a lot. Mina. Really? Izuku. Yeah, the pink was okay, but this is beautiful. Mina. Oh, well, thank you. Izuku. You're welcome. Rindo. So why are you here again? Mina. Oh yeah, about that. John. Is anyone else with you? Mina. What? No, of course not. It's just me, good old Mina Ashido. Definitely, totally not anyone else. Girls, they're onto us. Uraraka. Let's get out of here. Jiro. I knew this wasn't gonna work. The three run off, leaving the group confused, but they brush it off and keep on walking to the cafe to go eat and relax. While walking, a light blue tentacle pops out of Izuku's back and sprays water onto Issei, getting him wet as the whole squad turns around only to see nothing behind them. Issei. Now who the fuck did that? Rindo. I don't know, but they got you good. Makoto. Hey yeah, John. Probably just some kids playing with water guns. Issei. John, we're in the middle of the city streets. What kid do you know is playing with water? Gu. Issei gets hit with a strong blast of water, sending him crashing into the wall, shocking the group as they look around only to see nobody around them. Makoto. Okay, what's going on? John. Whoever is doing this needs to stop. Izuku. I wonder where that's coming from. While no one was looking, a yellow slime tentacle came out of Izuku's shoulder and was about to do something until Izuku slapped the tentacle, causing it to retract back into Izuku. Once they got Issei out of the wall and dusted the debris off him, the Izuku squad continued on to the cafe. After walking for 10 minutes, they arrive and enter the place. Waiter. Hello and welcome. Are you eating in or is this to go? John. We'll be eating in. Employee. Okay, follow me please. The Izuku squad follow the employee over to a booth table as they sit down and look at the menu. John. So guys, what do you think? Issei. Why the hell is a grilled cheese $12? Makoto. That's what I'm saying, $15 for waffles. Rindo. $35 for apple pie. What the fuck is up with these prices? Izuku. Yeah, what's so special about any of this stuff? John. It's delicious. Izuku. It can't be as good as Rindo's cooking though. Rindo. Thank you, Izuku. John. Come on, hits, trust me, plus it's on me. Issei. Shit, in that case let me get the Italian sandwich. Makoto. I'ma get the caramel cookie dough milkshake. Rindo. I'll try the club sandwich. Izuku. I'll just get a coffee. John. Really, that's it? Izuku. Yep, that's it. John. Okay then. The group orders their food as the waiter writes it all down and tells them it'll be done in 39 minutes, then walks off. As the group wait for their food to arrive, the door to the cafe opens as Izuku looks over and gasps, then smiles as his eyes sparkle in glee. So what do you want, this tea? Izuku. Hey. That voice, oh and oof. Izuku tackles the figure to the ground, shocking the Izuku squad as John runs over and grabs Izuku by the back of his shirt collar. John. Izuku, what's the matter with you? Oh god, I'm sorry about my friend here. Oh no, it's fine, we actually know Izuku. John. You do? Yeah, my name is Alphonse, by the way. Alphonse. And the short one on the ground is my brother Edward. Edward. Who the hell are you calling short, Alphonse? Alphonse. You. Edward. Why you act? Izuku hugs Edward tightly and spins him around, much to Edward's displeasure. Izuku. Hey buddy pal, old chum, how's life? Edward. It's been good, what about you, still restricted from most places? Izuku. Ha. Yeah. John. How do you two know Izuku? Alphonse. We used to go to the same kindergarten before he had to move. Edward. Then we saw each other in the woods, we were training and he was experimenting. Izuku. Yeah, me and these two go way back before I met y'all. John. I see, well you guys wanna sit with us and chat? Edward. Sure, I guess. John. Great. Izuku. Right this way, gentlemen. The four walk over to the booth table as Izuku introduced Edward and Alphonse to the others as they greet each other and chat for a while. Makoto. So you're Izuku's first friends, huh? Alphonse. Yep. Makoto. Cool. Issei's, I'm surprised he had friends back then. Izuku. What, you thought I was born crazy or something? Issei. Looks away. Izuku. Oh my god, you did. Issei. But can you really blame M? Izuku. Yes. Then a green slime tentacle pops out of Izuku's shoulder and slaps Issei across his face, shocking the whole table except Makoto as the tentacle retracts back into Izuku. Izuku. I wasn't born crazy, I was never crazy to begin with, plus I'm not crazy, I'm just more outgoing than the average man. John. Izuku. What was that? Izuku. What was what? John. The slime that came out of your shoulder. Izuku. Oh, that was. I don't know. Edward. What do you mean you don't know? Izuku. Wait, I remember now, okay, so basically I captured a guy made entirely out of slime, then mixed him with the whole slime family in one bottle potion, then I shook the two up so they could mix together, then after a minute of shaking I drank it. Izuku squad. What? Izuku. And that's what happened. Rindo. So, you're a slime now. Izuku. What, no, I'm still human, I can do everything a slime can, like this. Izuku put his hands together and started to secrete slime out of his palms, then he slowly separated them as everyone saw the rainbow slime in between Izuku's palms. Izuku. See, pretty cool, huh guys? John. I guess so. Alphonse. That's pretty neat. Rindo. So if I were to chop your hands off, would they grow back? Izuku. Let's test it, OU. John. Absolutely not. Rindo. Izuku. Aw man. Edward. What is wrong with your friends? Makoto. We are a bunch of problems and John is the solution. Edward. I see. Waiter. Here you are with your order. The waiter puts down everyone's food and was about to leave until she noticed Edward and Alphonse. Waiter. I don't think I got your orders, how may I help you? Alphonse. Oh, I'll have a lemonade and chicken pasta. Edward. I'll get a croissant sandwich. Waiter. Got it, give the cook 20 minutes, walks off. Alphonse. She's nice. Edward. Yeah, so anyway, wait, where's Izuku? The group look over to see Izuku gone, surprising them. Issei. I literally blinked. Rindo. How did he disappear so fast? John. This is bad, he's running around somewhere unsupervised. Makoto. I'm sure he's fine. Issei. Of course you would say that. Rindo. Oh, relax guys, he's a smart guy, what's the worst he can do? John. Rindo, he turned himself into a giant snake on the last day of school. Edward. Alphonse. Huh. Rindo. Okay, but did he hurt anyone? No, wherever he is I'm sure he's fine. John. I'm gonna go look for him. John gets up and walks out of the cafe to find Izuku, as we see Izuku in the cafe's bathroom in a bathroom stall with his cup of coffee and a vial with red liquid in it. Izuku. Okay, let's see if this works or not. Izuku pops open the vial and puts it in his mouth and starts to gargle the red liquid, then he shakes his head shaking the red liquid around, then after a few seconds he spits the red liquid into the coffee cup and stirs the coffee around, mixing the two together. Izuku. Come on, let's see the results. Izuku mixes for a few seconds, then stops and waits for the results, and after a few minutes the coffee begins to take form as Izuku watches the coffee transform itself into something shocking. Izuku. Oh my god, it's a coffee dragon. Izuku. So this is what happens when you mix saliva and dragon's blood with coffee. Are you made of liquid or are you an actual dragon? Izuku goes to touch the coffee dragon, only for the coffee dragon to spew hot coffee into Izuku's eye. Izuku. Aw fuck. Izuku drops the coffee cup on the ground as the coffee dragon tries to fly away, only for Izuku to grab it in his hand and eat it. Izuku. Taste like chocolate and coffee, neat. Izuku finishes eating the coffee dragon and gets up off the toilet seat and walks out of the bathroom stall, and was about to walk out of the bathroom until he stopped. Izuku. That's odd, why'd I feel so off, Todd? Izuku. Oh my good. Meanwhile, outside of the bathroom we see John walk back into the cafe with a face of concern and worry on his face. Issei. Couldn't find him. John. No sigh, where is he? Rindo. Fear not, he's in the bathroom. John. Huh, really? Makoto. Yeah, we just heard him scream. Edward. Hey, must be a number TW. Boom, crash. The cafe shakes as the group run out of the front door and look up to see Izuku flying in the air with brown wings. His appearance has changed a bit too, as he's now got brown hair and brown scales on his cheeks and arms and legs. His nails are sharp like claws and he's got black horns. Izuku squad. Izuku. Izuku. Izuku is gone. I am the king of caffeine. Edward. Huh, bullshit you are. Izuku glared down at Edward, surprising him a bit, causing him to step back, only for Izuku to giggle, surprising the group. Izuku. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys, it's still me. John. Izuku, get down here. Izuku. See, I would, but I am high of coffee and I got lots of energy to work off. Izuku spews out coffee grinds inside the cafe, and once the people smell the grinds their pupils enlarge, indicating they're on a coffee high, and begin wanting more as they start shaking or running around frantically in search for more caffeine. Random. I need more. Random. More, I want more. Random. Give me more please. Random. Gimme coffee. John. Oh god, this is bad. Alphonse. Now I see why he needs to be constantly supervised. Izuku. Attention loyal junkies, you want more coffee. Randoms. Yes. Izuku. Then stop those guys from following me. Izuku squad. What? Random. Get them. Some people ran through the front door while others jumped through the window in front of the cafe, ignoring the glass, and begin to chase after the Izuku squad as they run off, leaving Izuku there. Izuku. Okay, now what? I got it. Izuku flies off, heading somewhere where he can find a bunch of people as he flies towards a hero agency building and crashes through the window and crashes into a desk, shocking everyone, but Izuku gets up with no problem. Izuku. I am okay. Random hero. Oi kid, what are you doing here? Random hero. And why did you crash through the window? Izuku. You guys gotta help, someone turned a bunch of people into caffeine junkies with their quirk. Random hero. Who? Izuku. Me. Before the heroes could say anything to Izuku, he spews out coffee dust as it spreads out across the building, turning everyone into caffeine junkies craving nothing but coffee. Izuku, now go spread the word of the Caffeine King and go find coffee for me. Randoms. Yes, almighty king of caffeine. The now coffee-addicted heroes run out of the agency building to go find bags of coffee, leaving Izuku there with a smug smile on his face. Izuku. And they said I could never be a king. Hot take that Izumi and her fuck friends. What's a mob to a king? Meanwhile, Izumi. Achu, Shoka. You okay, Izumi? Izumi. Yeah, I think someone mentioned me. Shoka. Maybe someone likes you. Izumi. You think so? Shoka. Maybe. Achu. Guess someone mentioned me too. Izumi. Guess so. We cut back over to the Izuku squad, who are hiding from the mob of caffeine junkies. Makoto. Remind me why we're hiding again. John. Because we don't want to hurt the innocent people. Rindo. You mean the same people who were using their quirks on us? John. Yes, those people. Issei. I say we got out there and show them what they're dealing with. Rindo. Yeah, we can take the. John. Absolutely not. I know we can beat them, but you three are gonna kill them, am I wrong? Makoto. Issei. Rindo. Nope. Alphonse. The fact that you all agreed on that scares me. Rindo. Ah, don't worry, we won't kill you unless it's on accident. Makoto. Or unless it's on purpose. Edward and Alphonse scoot away from Makoto and Rindo, genuinely scared of them as John perks his head out to see the mob of caffeine junkies nowhere. John. I think they're gone, let's go. The Izuku squad walk out of the alleyway, seeing the mob of caffeine junkies gone as they sigh in relief. John. Okay, they're gone now, let's go find Izuku before he tries to take over the city with coffee beans or something. Alphonse. There's no way he can do that, right? Rindo. You underestimate his capabilities. Edward. Well, where are we gonna search? Makoto. Oh, don't worry, finding him isn't that hard. Edward. What do you mean? Boom. The squad look over to see something exploded in the distance. Issei. He usually gives his position away easily. Rindo. Let's go that way. The Izuku squad run towards the smoke cloud to find Izuku and put a stop to this coffee addiction nonsense. Once they get there, they see the city street being terrorized by coffee elementals. Izuku. Find me more coffee, my babies. I must reach godhood by any means necessary. Issei. Okay, shit just went from 0 to 100 real quick. John. We definitely cannot allow that to happen. Rindo. I got this. Rindo pulls out her giant meat mallet and runs toward Izuku and jump up into the air and was about to swing it, but Izuku spewed hot coffee at Rindo, burning her and sending her crashing into the ground. Rindo. Ow, ow, damn hot. Izuku. You dare attack your future king. Issei. Izuku, stop this right now. Izuku. Izuku is not here at the moment. I am the king of caffeine. Issei. Lies. Izuku. Oh, you think so? Alright then. Izuku starts to grow bigger and more scalier than usual. His wings get bigger along with his horns, his teeth grow sharper, and his tongue grows longer as well. As the Izuku squad witnessed something shocking and terrifying, they watched as Izuku transformed into an adult coffee dragon. Caffeine King. Do you believe me now? Issei. Why yes. Caffeine King. Good, now kneel before me. John. Foul dragon, give me back my friend. John runs at the Caffeine King as he spews out coffee mist, only for John to dodge the mist and jumps onto the side of a building and run up the building towards the Caffeine King, who speed out hot coffee at John, who blocks with his shield but gets sent flying. Caffeine King. What don't you fools understand? I am the Caffeine King. What is a mob to a king? Makoto. Fun fact, kings can be slain. Makoto puts his hand on the ground as the ground shakes around him, then a hand rises out the ground and soon a whole zombie rises out from the ground with a sword in its hand. Makoto. Bring down that dragon, you brute. Brute. Raagh. The brute jumps into the air towards the Caffeine King as the brute swings its blade, only for the Caffeine King to block with his claws and send the brute crashing into the ground, only for the brute to get out of the ground and try again. Issei. Makoto, did you kill somebody again? Makoto. No, that's a barbarian from long ago. Rindo. Where did you find him? Makoto. In a cave in the forest there was still flesh on his bones, so I brought him back to life. Rindo. Ha, neat. Alphonse. Whisper brother Izuku's friends scare me. Edward. Whisper yeah me too. Caffeine King. Enough of this back and forth. The Caffeine King boils up the coffee in his chest, heating it up 5 times as hot as usual coffee as the brute jumps up and goes for a slash, only for the Caffeine King to spew hot coffee at the brute, putting a hole through its chest, killing it. Makoto. No, I worked 8 hours on that guy. Sigh, whatever, I can always find another one. Issei. Okay, let me help out, I guess. Issei stretches for a while then vanished off the ground, shocking the others and catching the Caffeine King's attention as he looks around to find Issei. Caffeine King. Where did he go? He couldn't have gotten far. Reveal yourself, you COWA ga. Issei was able to get behind the Caffeine King and slash him on the back as the Caffeine King uses its tail to smack Issei, only for Issei to vanish again. Caffeine King. Damn it, not again. The Caffeine King looks around for Issei, who's hiding in the shadows, as Issei pulls out 3 ninja stars. Issei. Take out the eyes. Now. Issei dashes out of an alleyway and throws 2 ninja stars at the Caffeine King, who wasn't looking, but before the ninja stars could hit his eyes, the Caffeine King turns back into Izuku, barely dodging the 2 ninja stars. Issei. Hoa, Izuku, is that you or what? Izuku. Hey guys, it's me, IPROMI. Caffeine King. Stay in the cage. Izuku. No. Caffeine King. Stay in the cage. Izuku. No, get out of my mind. Izuku punched himself in the face and shook his head hard, causing himself to get dizzy and fall down as he crashes on top of a car, unconscious as the features on his body start to disappear as Izuku goes back to normal. The Izuku squad see this and rush over to him to see if he's okay. Issei. Izuku, you good? Izuku. Izuku. Makoto. You're not dead, or yo. Issei whacks Makoto upside the head as Makoto holds his head in pain. Issei. No. Makoto. Okay, I got it. Edward. Izuku, come on man, wake up. Alphonse. Please come on man, please don't be dead. John. What happened? Is Izuku alright? Well, he's not a dragon anymore, so that's good, but now he's unresponsive. John. Okay, let's get him to a doctor. Issei. I don't think that's a good idea. Rindo. Yeah, no doctors. Edward. Then what are we supposed to do? Sit and wait? Makoto. Sounds like a plan to me. While the Izuku squad start to argue about taking Izuku to a hospital or not, we see Izuku in his mindscape fighting with the Caffeine King. Caffeine King. What don't you understand? Your body belongs to me now. Izuku. My body belongs to me, it's my body and you can't have it. The Caffeine King spin kicks Izuku, sending him flying back as Izuku gets back up and runs towards the Caffeine King and throws a punch, only for the Caffeine King to block it and karate chops Izuku on the head, then uppercuts him, then Spartan kick him, sending him flying back. Caffeine King. See what I mean? You can't even fight without your precious machines to aid you. Taking over your body will be easier if you just accept it and do nothing. Izuku. That might be true, but you're forgetting one thing. Caffeine King. Really now? Well then enlighten me. Izuku. Gladly snaps fingers. The moment Izuku snapped his fingers, the area around the two started to change into a digital mess, confusing the Caffeine King as he looked at Izuku in confusion. Caffeine King. What the what is this place? Izuku. Welcome to my mind, coffee man. This is my happy place, this is my domain. Then the area around the two began glitching out, scaring the Caffeine King as he started to step back in fear. Caffeine King. What is this? What are you doing? Izuku. I'm adding you to my collection of nonsense. Caffeine King. What collection? Izuku. That one behind you. The Caffeine King turned around, only for Izuku to run at him and drop kick him off the edge as the Caffeine King screamed on the way down. Caffeine King. Izuku. You ask what's a mob to a king? Well, tell me what's a king to a god. Then the Caffeine King started to digitalize into nothing, and as he saw this he screamed even louder in fear and pain. Caffeine King. And after that last few seconds of screaming, the Caffeine King was no more only a percentage of power Izuku uses whenever he feels like it. As the area around Izuku begins to turn into an open field full of flowers as a brown orb floats towards Izuku, who grabs it. Izuku. Another cool ability for the collection. Hey, who said artificers are a bad line of work anyway? Izuku closes his eyes as the area around him goes fully white as he snaps back to reality and shoots awake, scaring his friends. Izuku. I am awake and I got my mind back. Izuku Squad. Izuku. The Izuku Squad group hug, much to Izuku's satisfaction as he hugs them back, enjoying the giant hug. Izuku. So, what happened? Alphonse. You don't remember. Izuku. Nope. Issei. Dude, you tried to ascend to godhood with coffee. Izuku. Really? Neat. John. No, not neat. How did this even happen? Izuku. I don't know. Edward. What do you mean you don't know? Rindo. The way his mind works is outlandish, so don't worry too much about it. Edward. I see. Izuku. Well, now that that's settled, let's go get something to eat. Makoto. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that you kinda caused a coffee riot to happen. Izuku. Yep. Makoto. Understandable, let's go get seafood. Rindo. Yes, let's go. Rindo runs off to go find a seafood spot as John runs after her along with the others. Izuku was about to run off after them until he felt something in his pocket, causing him to stop as he digs into his pocket and pulls out a dried up sugar cube. Izuku. A sugar cube. Must have been from the cafe. I wonder. Izuku pulls out a vial of green liquid and pops the top open and eats the sugar cube, then drinks the green liquid, mixing the two together in his mouth for a while before spitting the sugar cube back out into his hand to see what happens. Izuku. Let's see what happens this tea. Makoto. Yo Izuku, you coming? Izuku. Yeah, hold on, I'm testing something out. Makoto. Aw shit, not again. What is it this time? Izuku. Look. Izuku shows Makoto the sugar cube in his hand, confusing him until it starts shaking, catching the boy's attention as the sugar cube suddenly burst out arms and legs and eyes and a big smile on its face. Makoto. Oh my god, it's alive. Sugar cube. Hiya. Izuku. Heya buddy, I'm going to. Makoto. Nope. Makoto snatched the sugar cube out of Izuku's hands and threw him up into the air. Sugar cube. The sugar cube falls right into Makoto's mouth as he starts to chew and then swallow. Makoto. I don't know what you were going to do with that cube, but you can't now since I ate it. Izuku. 3. Makoto. Huh. Izuku. 2. Makoto. Izuku, why are you counting down? Izuku. 1. Makoto. Oh god, what have I done? I shouldn't have. John. Hey guys, you coming or what? Issei. Wait, what's wrong with Makoto? John. Huh. Makoto. Oh my good. John. What the? John. Izuku Squad. Not again. Before John could question them about it, Makoto punches the ground as a geyser of sugar burst out right underneath Makoto, who shoots up into the sky laughing. Makoto. I am the king of sweets, bow to your new king, you lowly peasants. Then more sugar geysers start to burst out of the ground as Makoto starts to manipulate the sugar and starts sliding across it, leaving the squad behind while laughing maniacally. John. What just happened? Issei. No time to explain, we got another crack king to stop. Rindo. Yeah, before he tried giving everyone in the city diabetes or something. Izuku. Let's go save the city. Izuku Squad. Hi. The Izuku Squad run after Makoto to stop him from doing whatever diabolical plot he's currently up to. And if you think this is crazy, this is just another regular day for Izuku and his friends. It's a new day as we see Izuku at his treehouse laying on the couch staring at the ceiling board. Izuku. Grown. So bored. While Izuku lays on the couch, we see Gina, Paige and Becky peeking out of the corner watching Izuku sit around not doing anything surprising and worrying them. Becky. This isn't right. Paige. What is? Becky. Izuku, look at him, he's so sad. Gina. Wonder what happened yesterday. Paige. Well, let's ask him. The three stop peeking and walk over to Izuku, seeing him laying around bored. Paige. Izuku, what's wrong? Why are you so down? Izuku. Sigh, yesterday John said I can't do any more alchemy for 5 whole weeks. Gina. Why? Izuku. Well, flashback. We see the Izuku squad fighting against Makoto or the King of Sweets in his sugary domain and are currently being overwhelmed. Issei. Damn it, these fucking sugar golems just keep coming. Rindo. Starting to get tired. John. Same here. Izuku. Don't worry guys, I got an idea. Izuku squad. Oh shit. Izuku takes a handful of sugar and puts it in a potion bottle and adds some purple, orange and yellow liquid to it and mixes it together, and once it's complete he then throws the potion at a sugar golem as it begins to melt into the pile of sugar on the ground. John. Good effort Izuku, but that was only one golem, we still got many more to go. Izuku. Wait for it. Then a few seconds later all the sugar golems in the domain begin to melt and sink back into the pile of sugar, shocking the King of Sweets. King of Sweets. What impossible. Issei. Holy shit, that worked. Izuku. Ha, I knew it would work. Rindo. What you gonna do now, punk? King of Sweets. TCH, no matter, I'll destroy you MYSEL. Before the King of Sweets could finish his sentence the sugary domain began to shake uncontrollably, confusing and concerning everyone as a few seconds go by until the sugary domain collapses on itself, melting the sugar and drowning the King of Sweets and the Izuku squad until they fall out onto the concrete and look up to see the domain begin to form and get larger. John. Izuku, what did you do? Izuku. Issei. John, he didn't come out. John. Are you kidding me? Edward. Gee guys, the Izuku squad look up to see the sugary domain finish forming as it transforms into its final form, the Sweet-Tooth Titan. The Sweet-Tooth Titan towers over the Izuku squad and the King of Sweets, standing about 38 feet tall, towering over most buildings. Rindo. Okay, how the hell are we supposed to beat that? Issei. Aren't you a baker or something? Rindo. I'm a gourmet chef, not a damn baker. Issei. Okay, I'm sorry. Izuku. HEEYGYYYYYYYYYS. The Izuku squad look up to see a small speck at the very top of the Sweet-Tooth Titan, that being Izuku, who's waving at them. Izuku. Man, they look so small from up here. John. Izuku, get down here. Izuku. I would, but I am stuck up here. John. Well, whatever you do, don't do something crazy. Izuku. Do something crazy. John. No, I said. Izuku. Okay, if you say so, let's go climb the tallest building, Titan, then let's see how far you can throw it. The Sweet-Tooth Titan walks towards the biggest building in Japan as the Izuku squad panic and try to stop the Titan or get Izuku's attention, but it's not happening anytime soon. End of flashback. Izuku. And that's what happened. Gina. So you're in trouble for something just because they couldn't handle some sugar golems. Page. Sounds like a skill issue to me. Also, what happened to the Titan? Izuku. Oh, it's right here. Izuku digs in his pocket and pulls out the tiny Sweet-Tooth Titan that's nibbling on his finger as he flicks it off his finger onto the floor as the tiny Titan scurries away, only for Gina to catch it. Gina. Can I eat it? Izuku. Yeah. Gina. Yes. Before Gina could eat the tiny Titan, Becky takes it out of her hands and holds onto it. Becky. Let's not do that. I don't want to have to deal with a sugar-crashed gremlin running around the house. Page. So what are you gonna do now? Izuku. I don't know, guess I'll just sit here for 5 weeks and do nothing. Gina. Piage. Becky. Absolutely not. Izuku. Huh, Becky. Izuku, just because you can't do alchemy doesn't mean you're all out of options. Page. Yeah, there's so much more you can do. Gina. Like build something or create new life or build more things or blow stuff up or build things that can blow up other stuff. Izuku. You know what? You three are right. Gina. Heck yeah, we are. Becky. That's the spirit. Page. Now get out there and commit a felony. Izuku. Before that, first things first, I gotta apologize to Makoto. Gina. Huh, why? Izuku. He may or may not be in prison because of me. Page. And that's your problem, why? Izuku. Listen, I know Makoto isn't the best person to talk to, but he's just like me. Becky. How you make things, he makes abominations. Gina. You take things from a junkyard, he digs up corpses from a graveyard. Page. You commit felonies, he commits crimes against humanity. Izuku. Okay, you all have valid points, but at the end of the day he's still my friend and I don't want to be like them. Left eye twitches. Becky. That is true. Okay, go ahead and save him. Izuku. Yes, but first. Izuku takes out his phone and calls Issei and waits for a while until a voice message goes off. Issei. This is Issei talking. If I can't pick up the phone then I'm currently busy or I don't want to talk to you, so call me back in an hour or tomorrow. Bye. Izuku. So that's how he wants to play, huh? Alright then, cracks fingers, let's do this. Izuku calls Issei again and while he waits he heads upstairs to his room to get something, and once he gets there and finds what he's looking for he plugs it into his phone and waits again until the voicemail goes off. Issei. This is Issei talking. If I can't pick up the phone then I'm currently. Izuku. Now. Izuku presses a button as the voicemail cuts off mid-sentence as Izuku can hear Issei's voice. Issei. These words are my own from my heart flow. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's no other way to better say I love you. I love you. Izuku. Wow, Issei, I didn't know you liked that song. Issei. Ah. Issei got spooked and almost slipped and fell on his ass by suddenly hearing Izuku as Issei turned off the shower water and put on a towel and walks out of the bathtub towards his phone to see Izuku's face. Izuku. Hey buddy. Issei. Izuku, what the fuck do you want? That's so important you had to interrupt my me time. Izuku. Quick question, where's Makoto? Issei. Did you forget already? He's in the police department. Izuku. So he's not in jail. Issei. No, but he's being held in a cell. Why'd you? Izuku hangs up, leaving Issei there as he shrugs his shoulders and gets back in the shower as we see Izuku running downstairs and out of the treehouse. Becky. Wait, Izuku, where are you going? Izuku. I got an idea. Paige. In a short term of words he's gonna commit a felony. Gina. Pretty much. Becky. Hey, yeah. Hey, where'd the tiny candy man go? Becky. Paige and Gina look around for the tiny titan only to hear something fall over as they turn around to see the tiny titan in the kitchen eating sugar from the sugar box. Becky. Ah, it's just hungry. Paige. Should we burn it? Becky. What? No, it's just a little sweet, man. What's the worst it can do? Gina. Split itself in two. Becky. Huh. Gina points over at the tiny titan as Paige and Becky look over to see 15 tiny titans on the kitchen counter, shocking them as the tiny titans run around trying to find more sweets to eat. Becky. Why are there 15 of them now? Paige. Guess eating sugar makes clones. Gina. Infinite supply of sweets. Becky. Absolutely not. Paige, burn them all. Gina. What? Paige. Hey Bet. While the girls handle the infestation of tiny titans, we see Izuku running through the forest with a smile on his face. Izuku. Step 1. Find Makoto. Step 2. Bust him out of jail. And then step 3. Apologize to him. This will be easy, but how will I get to him? Izuku stops running and thinks for a minute on how to get Makoto free. Izuku. I could go in guns blazing, or I could go in sneaky peeky like, or I can cause a distraction. I got it. Izuku runs in another direction, heading somewhere else as he runs through the forest for a bit until he sees a yellow fence, so he runs over and jumps over the fence and lands in his auntie's backyard. Izuku. Let's see if Auntie Nana is home. Izuku walks over and knocks on the back door and waits, but no one answers as he sighs and then smiles. Izuku. Alright, plan B. Izuku walks back over to the fence, then spins around and runs towards the house and jumps through the window, getting inside the house while stabbing himself with shards of glass. Izuku. Ow 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 ow, worth it, but still ow ow ow. Once Izuku takes out all the shards of glass in his body, he looks around and sees that he's in the kitchen. Izuku. Okay, this is the kitchen, but where is the garage door? Izuku walks over to the cabinet and opens it and grabs a bag of chips and a bag of coffee and a bag of candy, then walks off to go look around the house to find the garage door, and after searching for 5 minutes he finds it as he opens the door and sees all kinds of stuff inside. Izuku. Oh, this is perfect. Izuku then looks around the garage for what he needs as he finds a pole, a fuse, some duct tape, some scrap metal, some gloves, a pair of goggles and an arrowhead. Izuku. This'll work now, it's time to go. Izuku walks out of the garage and kicked the door closed, then walked over to the back door and kicked it open, then walked out of the house, then kicked the door closed and was about to leave but then stopped. Izuku. I should let her know that I stopped by. Izuku dropped everything and walked back over and kicked the door open again and walked back inside and found a pen and paper and wrote a note to Nana, then walked out of the house and kicked the door closed again and picked everything up and threw it over the fence, then jumped over the fence landing on the grass. Izuku then grabbed everything and ran off, getting a far distance away from Nana's house. Once he was far away, he dropped everything and put on the goggles and gloves. Izuku. Let's get to work. Izuku puts the bags of chips, candy, coffee to the side as he begins making whatever comes to mind with the stuff he's got out of the garage, and after a few minutes he finished. Izuku. Izuku. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use you for, but I'm sure I'm gonna use you for something. Izuku folds the bomb lance and puts it in his hip and grabs the bag of chips, candy and coffee and runs out of the forest and into the city. Izuku. Okay, step 1, find Makoto, let's go. Izuku walks towards the city eager to find Makoto and apologize to him. Once he's in the city he heads to the police station hoping no one will stop him on the way there. Izuku. I have quite the reputation around here, so as long as I don't run into anyone who knows me then I should be go. Izuku, is that you? Izuku. Shit, who is Izuku? Cut the crap, I know it's you. Izuku. Sigh, okay it's me, what do you want, Kaoruko? Bubble girl. I wanna know what you're up to. Izuku. What, me, I'm just taking a stroll, that's all. Bubble girl. Are you now? Izuku. Yeah, definitely not up to no good, just walking. Bubble girl. Izuku. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Bubble girl. Okay. Izuku. Yes, she bought it. Bubble girl. But if something blows up I'm getting the heroes involved. Izuku. Shit, sure. Bubble girl. I mean it, Izuku, I have Night Eye's agency on speed dial. Izuku. I believe you, I promise, plus I'm already banned from alchemy for 5 weeks, so I assure you nothing bad will happen today. Bubble girl. I got my eyes on you. Bubble girl points at her eyes, then points at Izuku, then walks off as Izuku sighs in relief. Izuku. Good thing she didn't see the spear on my hip, also don't blow anything up, should be easy. Izuku continues walking down the street heading for the police station, still trying to figure out how to get Makoto out. He walks for about 4 minutes until he feels something hit his leg as he looks down to see a child. Izuku. A child. Before Izuku could say anything, the child hugged onto Izuku's leg tightly while shaking in fear. Izuku. PPP, please help me. Izuku. Hey, what's the matter, why are you so scared? PP, please. Izuku. Okay, come here. Izuku picks up the child and walks forward, only for the child to start whimpering and crying silently and shaking uncontrollably, causing Izuku to panic and walk the other way. Izuku. Okay, don't go that way, by the way, what's your name, little girl? Eri. Izuku. Eri, that's a nice name. Eri. Really? Izuku. Yeah, but listen, I don't know where you came from or why you're so scared, but don't worry, I got you. Eri. Don't leave me, please. Izuku. I won't, you want to go get some ice cream? Eri. What's ice cream? Izuku stopped walking and looked at Eri in shock, kinda scaring her a bit, thinking Izuku would do something to her, only for Izuku to hug her. Izuku. You poor child, you've never had ice cream before. Eri. What is this feeling? Izuku. Let's fix that immediately. Izuku runs off to find an ice cream shop as he turns a corner, leaving the street as a figure walks out of an alleyway and looks around left and right. Where'd she go? There's no way she could have gotten far, tch, damn brat. The figure walks back into the alleyway, mad they can't find Eri, as we see Izuku and Eri in an ice cream parlor. Eri's looking around confused while Izuku is humming a tune. Izuku. I wonder who this kid's parents are. Hey Eri. Eri. Why yes. Izuku. Do you know where your parents are? Eri. I don't know. Izuku. Oh, do you know what they look like? Eri. No. Izuku. Do you know what they sound like? Eri. No. Izuku. Do you know where your house is? Eri. What's a house? Izuku. Eri. Did I say something wrong? Izuku. No, I'm just surprised as all. Where has she been all her life? Random. Are you ready to order, sir? Izuku. Yes, get me a caramel cookie dough cookies and cream vanilla brownie fudge milkshake please. Random. Do you want us to mix it all together? Izuku. Can you do that? Random. Of course we can. Izuku. Great, and she'll just have a small vanilla ice cream in a bowl. Random. Coming right up. The lady walks off to go prepare Izuku's order as Izuku looks back at Eri and sees the bandages around her arms. Izuku. Hey Eri. Why yeah, Izuku. Why do you have all those bandages on your arms? Eri started to shake in her seat a bit, catching Izuku's attention as he panicked and walked over to Eri and picked her up and hugged her and started to hum a tune calming her down. Izuku. Is the humming working? I hope it's working, please work humming skills. Izuku looked at Eri and saw her asleep as he sighed in relief and sat back in his seat while carrying her. After waiting for some minutes, the lady arrived back with Izuku's order. Random. Is the little one asleep? I can put her ice cream in a carry-out bowl. Izuku. Please do. Random. Give me a second, walks off. Izuku. What am I gonna do with Eri anyway, Random. Okay, I'm back, here you go. Izuku. Thank you. Izuku takes the carry-out bowl and puts Eri's ice cream inside there and finished his milkshake and then gets up and walks towards the door. Random. Wait, you didn't pay yet. Izuku. It's on the table. Izuku walks out of the ice cream parlor as the lady looks over at the table Izuku was at and sees a box on the table. As she walks over and opens the box as a baby beholder flies out of the box. Random. What the? Baby holder. Mama, P Papa. The moment the baby holder said that, two portals opened up inside the parlor as the lady turned around only to see two angry beholder parents. Then the lady and everyone inside the parlor screamed in horror as the two beholder parents roared out in anger and started blasting lasers all over the place as Izuku walked away giggling manically. Izuku. I've been meaning to give that kid back to its parents. Eri. What happened? Izuku. Oh, you're awake. Eri. Where's the ice cream at? Izuku. I got it right here, we'll go to a park and you can eat it there. Eri. Why can't I eat it at the place we were just at? Izuku. Izuku turned around to see the parlor on fire as he hears the screams of agony from whoever's still inside, and the beholder family burst through the roof and fly off as the parlor then collapses on itself, turning into a pile of burning rubble as a trickle of sweat fell from Izuku's brow. Izuku. They closed just a few seconds ago. Eri. Oh, okay. Izuku. Okay, let's go to the park. Izuku speed walks away from the area before any sort of authority arrives. Once he gets away from the area, he heads to the park so Eri can have her ice cream. After walking for 10 minutes, Izuku arrives at the park and takes a seat on the bench and puts Eri down and gives her her ice cream. Izuku. Okay, here you go, Eri. Eri. What do I do? Izuku. You eat it. Eri. How? Izuku. Oh my god, this is bad. You take that spoon and scoop it up and put it in your mouth. Eri looked at Izuku, then at the ice cream as she picked up the spoon and scooped up some ice cream and ate it, and the moment she did, her eyes shined brightly. Izuku. It's good, huh? Eri. Hi. Izuku. Hey, that's good. Eri took another spoonful and ate it as the light in her eyes shined brighter and brighter, catching Izuku's attention. Izuku. The lights in her eyes are brighter than before. Is she like me? Hey Eri. Eri. Yeah. Izuku. Can you tell me what's happened to you? Eri. What do you mean? Izuku. The bandages in your arm and legs, the dimness in your eyes, and the fact you're scared of someone or something. Eri. The bird man did this to me. Izuku. The bird man. Eri. He has a bird mask on his face. Izuku. Oh okay, hey, for a second I thought you were talking about a Tengu or someone else. Tokiyami. Eri. He said I was ACC curse and only a tool for something. Izuku. I see, use only lethal rounds on this guy, got it. Eri. He used my blood for something. He would blow up my body and put it back together. Izuku. What? Never mind, use agonizing rounds, got it. Eri. Sniffling, I ran away from him, hoping someone would find me this time, but everyone either ignored me or just gave me back to him. Izuku. Ask Issei to kill some people for me, got it? Eri. But then I ran into you and you saved me, why you won't take me back, will you? Izuku. After hearing all that, no, you're mine now. Eri. What do you mean? Izuku. Okay, let me rephrase that. What I mean to say is I'm taking you with me and I'm going to take care of you and teach you all about life. Eri. Really? Izuku. Yep, from this point on you'll only experience happiness and joy. Eri started to tear up, causing Izuku to panic, but before he could say or do anything, Eri hugged Izuku tightly and started to silently cry. Eri. Thank you. Izuku looked down at Eri and for a second he saw a younger version of himself as he smiled and hugged Eri firmly. Izuku. Don't worry, Eri, I'll keep you safe, I'll be the hero who protects you. Your beginning will be different from mine, unlike you, Eri. I had to save myself. Now finish your ice cream, I want you to meet someone. Eri. Hi. Izuku and Eri sit there at the park for some minutes until Eri finishes her ice cream as Izuku picks her up and throws away her ice cream bowl, then walks off towards the police department. Izuku. Do you want to know about my friend Eri? Eri. Okay. Izuku. Alright, now where do I begin? Okay, let me tell you about this one time when he... Eri, there you are. When Eri heard the figure, she was terrified and immediately gripped onto Izuku tightly while shaking and silently crying uncontrollably, catching Izuku's immediate attention as Izuku looked at the figure in front of him. Forgive my daughter, she gets lost easily. Izuku. Is that so? Yes, now could I have her back, please? Izuku. Before that, who are you? Does my name really matter? Izuku. Yes, you look familiar. Is that so? Will you give her back to me if I tell you? Izuku. That depends. Eri. Huh. I see, well, my name is. Izuku. Whisper, hey Eri, cover your ears for me. Eri. Oh okay, covers ears. Izuku. Whisper, thank you. Bang. Izuku quickly pulled out his gun and shot the figure in the knee, causing the figure to fall down to the ground and everyone in the area to scatter as Izuku walked over and took the plague mask off the figure. Erg. Izuku. Don't worry, I know exactly who you are. Overhaul. Overhaul. How? Izuku. You know the guy who's been supplying you with the ingredients for longer lasting enhancement drugs on the black market? Yeah, that's me. Overhaul. What? But you're just a child. Izuku. And you're a bastard who experiments on kids, so consider our partnership over. Aims gun at Overhaul. Overhaul. Wait, you're not gonna shot me in broad daylight? Izuku. Yes. Izuku ran off after shooting Overhaul 11 times in the body before any authority could arrive, as we see Izuku and Eri far away from the scene in an alleyway hiding. Izuku. Okay, we should be safe here. Eri. Mr. What was that loud noise? Izuku. Oh, that was a balloon popping. Eri. Really? Izuku. Yes. Eri. Okay, Mr. Izuku. Yes, Eri. Eri. What's your name? Izuku. Guess I never did tell you my name. My name is Izuku, just Izuku. Eri. You don't have a last name. Izuku. I did, but you could say something happened. Both eyes twitch. Eri. Oh, okay, Izuku. Izuku. Yes, Eri. Eri. What do you do? Izuku. I do magic. Eri. What's magic? Izuku. Pulls out hammer. You see this hammer? Eri. Yes. Izuku. Watch this. Izuku walks over and hits the dumpster and steps back, confusing Eri until the dumpster starts shaking and the trash inside starts merging and forming into something as Eri watches the stuff inside the dumpster turn into a golem. Izuku. It's called a trash golem. Eri. What does it do? Izuku. Whatever I want it to do. Now that I said that, I've got an idea. While Izuku puts his plan into motion, time goes by. It's now afternoon as we see Makoto in a cell in the police department sitting around bored. Makoto. Sigh, this is so stupid. Not only is this a waste of my time, but I'm stuck in here because of Izuku, and the only reason I'm still in here is because John considers this my timeout. Timeout, dude, I am like 17. I am too old for timeout. Sigh, I better be getting out of here soon. Makoto slouches on the cold hard bed in the cell and sighs in annoyance and boredom until he hears something rolling by as he gets up and sees an empty soda can slowly rolling by until it hits the door. Makoto. What the? Crash. An officer goes crashing through the door and hits the wall unconscious as Makoto can hear the sounds of gunshots and fire spewing and bones crushing in the other room. Makoto. What the fuck? Then Makoto hears something revving up as he looks around the place scared until the tip of a drill broke through his cell floor causing him to yelp as the drill reaves up and burst open the cell floor as Izuku comes out of the hole with a pair of goggles on while carrying a heavy drill. Izuku. Your bail has arrived. Makoto. Izuku. Yep now I know you probably want to know what I'm doing here but no time to explain, come on. Izuku jumps down the hole as Makoto does the same as the trash golem gets into the holding room and sets it on fire, setting the other prisoners on fire. Izuku and Makoto walk through the tunnel for 30 minutes until they arrive in the alleyway as Izuku gets out first, then Makoto gets out to see Izuku picking up Eri. Makoto. Izuku, who's that? Izuku. This is Eri, I saved her from despair. Eri, this is Makoto, he's my friend. Eri. Hi Mr. Makoto. Makoto. So you didn't kidnap someone's kid? Izuku. No, she found me so I'm taking her back home with me. Makoto. But why, can't you just leave her at an orphanage? Izuku. No, I'm taking her in as my own. Makoto. So you're adopting her? Izuku. Yeah, pretty much. Eri. What does that mean? Izuku. Well Eri, this means that I'm your dad. Eri. What's a dad? Izuku. Makoto. What the shit? Izuku. Well, a dad is someone who loves and cherishes and protects their children, unlike mine. Eri. So, can I call you Papa? Izuku. Yes. Eri smiled and hugged Izuku as he hugged her back while Makoto was watching this with a hint of worry. Makoto. If he adopts this kid, does that mean we'll have two artificers to deal with? Nah, there's no way, besides she's just a child and little kids are dumb. Izuku. Now let's go home before the authorities or John finds us. Makoto. Agreed. Izuku. Also I'm sorry. Makoto. Apology accepted, now let's go. The two run off their separate ways before the authorities or John arrives to the scene. As we see Makoto running through the streets heading home, passing an alleyway until he catches something in the corner of his eye causing him to run backwards and walk inside the alleyway to find Overhaul's corpse and a note. Makoto. Well, look what we got right here. Makoto picks up the note and sees it's from Izuku as it says, "This is my apology gift from me to you, PS make him suffer," causing Makoto to crack a smile. Makoto. This is why you're my favorite, Izuku. Makoto begins to cover up Overhaul's body with something so he can carry him home without catching anyone's attention as we see Izuku and Eri in the forest heading for the treehouse. Izuku. Hey Eri. Eri. Yes Papa. Izuku. Do you wanna be my apprentice? It's currently the middle of the night in the city of Musudafu, Japan, as we see Izumi Yagi sleeping in her room peacefully dreaming of whatever comes to mind until crash. Izumi woke up from the sound of something breaking as she got up out of her bed and opened her room door to see her mother standing by the stairs. Izumi. Mom, what was that? Inko. It sounded like something fell through the roof. Izumi. Where's Dad? Inko. He's downstairs seeing what did I? Toshinori. Aahhhhhhh. Izumi and Inko were both shocked to hear Toshinori scream like that as they both run down the stairs to see what's wrong, only to see giant rats everywhere running around the place causing them all to freak out. Inko. Izumi. Aahhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhhh BTS. Meanwhile in the forest we see Izuku with a mortar laughing while Eri is confused with a set of headphones on so her ears don't start ringing from the blast. Eri takes off headphones. Papa, what was in that giant ball? Izuku: oh, just a bunch of angry giant rats. Eri: who did you send them to? Izuku: just some really bad people. Eri: oh, okay, so they deserve it. Izuku: yes, now then. Izuku walks off as Eri follows him as the two walk for a few seconds until they find another mortar even bigger than the last one. Eri: whoa. Izuku: I know, cool, right? I built that. Eri: you did. Izuku: Yep, took me a whole week, but I got it perfected, just never got to use it until now. Izuku walked over to a cannonball that was sitting next to the mortar and rolled it over into the back of the mortar and then closed the door, locking it in as he then picked up Eri and climbed up onto the seat, putting Eri in his lap as he looked through the telescope, aiming the mortar in the right direction. Izuku. Okay, his house is approximately in this direction, in this neighborhood, in this specific angle, in this exact location. Okay, target locked. Eri. Do I have to put on the headphones again, Papa? Izuku. Yes you do. Eri. Okay. Eri put on the headphones as she gave Izuku a thumbs up as Izuku nodded and was about to press a button but stopped. Izuku. Hey Eri. Eri. Tilts head. Izuku. Gives Eri the detonator. Do you wanna do the honors? Eri. What do I do? Izuku. When I say fire you press the button. Eri. Right now. Izuku. Not yet, wait for me to say it again, okay? Eri. Okay. Izuku. Okay, ready, aim, fire. Click BOOOOOM. Once Eri pressed the button, the mortar fired off towards its target somewhere in the city as Izuku laughed in joy while Eri watched the big cannonball fly away into the city. Eri. Papa, where's that one going to? Another bad person? Izuku. No, that was gift to a friend of mine. Eri. A gift? Izuku. Yeah, I'm sure he'll really appreciate it. Izuku giggles, knowing exactly where that cannonball is going as we see it flying through the sky for a few seconds until it hits the ground and crashes right into the front of someone's house. John. What the hell was that? John grabs his sword and runs downstairs and sees the boulder-sized cannonball lodged in the front of his house. John. What the heck? John, what the hell was that? John. Don't worry Saffron, I'm figuring that out right now, just stay upstairs. Saffron. Okay. John slowly walks over towards the boulder-sized cannonball to investigate, only for a giant fist to punch a hole through the cannonball. Then many more giant fists start punching through the cannonball and begin prying their way out. John. Ah hell, what is this? John gets into a battle stance and prepares as a bunch of drugged-up raging black rat ogres burst through the cannonball and into his house. Then something even bigger and possibly more deadlier than that black raged rat ogres comes out after them and hits its chest and roars, shaking the entire house as John sees a rat ogre bone breaker standing over him. The bone breaker charges towards John, who moves out of the way only to be grabbed by a rat ogre and thrown through the wall outside into the neighborhood as the black raged rat ogres run out of his house and dash around through the neighborhood, immediately causing problems. John. This has either Izuku or Makoto's name written all over it, and it's only 2 in the morning. John grabs his sword and chases after the black raged rat ogres as we cut back over to Izuku, who's carrying Eri on his shoulders, walking back to the treehouse with a smile on his face. Eri. Papa, what was in that giant metal ball? Izuku. Just a bunch of bigger, angrier rats. Eri. Oh, Izuku. Welp, that was fun, now let's go back to sleep. Eri. Yawn. Hi, Izuku. You tired, Eri? Eri. Yeah, Izuku. Hey, me too, Eri. Yawn. Me too. Izuku and Eri walk back to the treehouse to go back to sleep for the rest of the night. Time goes by and now the sun is up and shining brightly in the sky as we see Izuku awake and stretching. Izuku. New day, new inspiration and new things to come up with, let's get started. Izuku walks downstairs to see nobody in the living room as he walks into the kitchen and rummages through the refrigerator. Izuku. Let's see, chicken pasta, nah. Seafood boil, nope. The tentacles of some eldritch being, nope. Chicken nuggets, sure. Izuku takes out a box of chicken nuggets and puts it in the microwave and starts to heat them up and wait. Izuku. Now what should I teach Eri? While thinking, Izuku sees a tiny titan pop out of the coffee bag, surprising him as he watches the tiny titan crawl out of the bag and run off into a crack in the kitchen wall. Izuku. That's odd, I didn't know it could fit through there. Then Becky comes downstairs to see Izuku in the kitchen waiting for his food to be done heating up. Becky. Hey Izuku. Izuku. Good morning, Becky, did you sleep well? Becky. Kinda, I heard someone shooting mortars out in the forest. Izuku. Really wonder who that could be. Becky. Yeah, I wonder. Becky glares at Izuku, who's not looking her directly in the eyes because he knows that she knows that he was the one shooting mortars last night. Becky. Sigh Izuku, it was 2 in the morning, why the hell were you shooting mortars late at night? Izuku. Just showing my daughter what I've created. Becky. Yeah okay sir, wait what? Izuku. Yeah, yesterday I adopted this little girl named Eri. Becky. Becky. You did what? Becky way so loud she woke up Gina and Paige as they both ran downstairs to see what the problem was, only to see Becky shaking Izuku around violently. Izuku. Becky stoop. Paige. Becky chill out. Gina. Yeah, what's the matter with you? Becky. Izuku adopted a child. Paige. I don't believe that. Izuku. Becky. Huh. Gina. You mean to tell me Izuku, this mad lad Izuku, adopted a child? Becky. That's what he told me. Paige. Okay then, where is this child at? Izuku. Right behind you. Paige. Nice try Izuku, like I'm gonna believe da. Eri. Papa, who are these three? Paige and Gina turned around and looked to see Eri on the stairs, a bit scared, not knowing who the three are, as Paige and Gina were frozen and speechless. Izuku. Eri, let's go outside so I can answer that question, because in a few seconds it's gonna get loud. Eri. Okay. Izuku ran over and picked up Eri, then quickly ran out the front door and then put Eri down. Izuku. Those three are your mamas. Paige, Gina, Becky. Eri. Really, I have 3 mamas. Izuku. Yep, and I'm sure they'll love you a lot. Eri. Can I see them? Izuku. Oh, don't worry, they'll come to you. Before Izuku could finish his sentence, the front door of the treehouse bursted open as Becky, Paige and Gina ran over and group hugged Eri and Izuku. Becky. Thank you Izuku. Izuku. Huh, why? Becky, Paige, Gina. I've always wanted a kid. Izuku. What, even you? Paige. Paige. I like kids, they can either be adorable babies, little badasses, or just little goblins. Izuku. I see. Gina. What were you planning on doing with her anyway? Izuku. Oh, I already signed the adoption papers, which I made up, and I was gonna show her how I do things. Becky. What do you mean? Eri. Papa asked me if I wanted to be his April. Izuku. Apprentice. Eri. Yeah, that word, and I said yes. Gina, Paige, Becky. Huuuuuuh. Izuku. Yeah, plus you know what's better than a regular apprentice? A daughter who is your apprentice. Paige. Izuku, I know you wouldn't do anything to get her hurt, but are you sure this is a good idea? Izuku. Positive. Gina. What are you even gonna teach her, and how old is she anyway? Izuku. That's a good question. Eri, how old are you? Eri. I'm 7. Izuku. She's 7. Becky. Were you building things at the age of 7? Izuku. Izuku. No, I started at the age of 11. Becky. Really? Izuku. Yeah, the first thing I ever made was a pig launcher. Eri. Really? Izuku. Yeah, that was the most fun I had in months until it blew up on itself. Now that I think about it, I'm sure the debris is somewhere near their house. Eri. Whose house? Izuku. Some very bad people who I never want to see again. Gina. The same ones we have no clue about at all. Izuku. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Eri. I wanna make cool things like Papa. Paige. Are you sure, Eri? Becky. We just got to meet and I'd hate to see you hurt already. Eri. Hi, I'll be careful, Mama. Becky. Paige. And there she goes. Izuku. Okay, so lesson 1 is, there is no lesson. Eri. Huh, Izuku. Actions speak louder than words. Eri, remember that. And for example. Izuku runs back inside the treehouse to go grab something, leaving the 4 there for a few minutes until he comes with a harmonica. Izuku. Okay, I found it. Paige. Izuku, that's just a harmonica. Izuku. Not just any harmonica, this is a special harmonica. Gina. What do you mean? Izuku. Observe. After Izuku was done playing the harmonica, he picked up Eri and looked at the other 3 girls. Izuku. Okay, time to hide, get up in the tree. Gina, Becky, Paige. Huh. Izuku. No time to explain, hurry. Izuku ran towards a tree and started to climb to the very top as the other 3 ran to separate trees and started climbing up the trees, confused but still did it. Once everyone was in a tree, they waited for something to happen, as the girls were still not sure why Izuku told them to come up here, until they saw 3 Medusas slithering around the treehouse, looking around irritated. "Where's that fucking blueberry boy at? I know I heard that stupid ass harmonica around here somewhere. He can't hide forever. SSSSSSISSSSSTERSSSSS, give it SSS some time. Let's check the inside of this treehouse. There's no way he's in there. That's probably a gnome's house or something. I could go for a quick snack anyway. Forget it, May. Blueberry boy isn't here. May. Aw, come on Melody, we haven't even eaten breakfast." Melody. What do you say, Maggie? Maggie. I SSS smell SS something. May. Is it edible? Maggie. Yes, definitely. May. Where? Maggie. ITSSSS, coming from that way. Maggie dashes off as May and Melody follow her. Once the 3 Medusa girls were gone, Izuku fell out of the tree, landing on his feet. Then the other 3 girls fall out the trees as well. Eri. Who were they, Papa? Izuku. Eri, those were Medusas. They're snake ladies who can turn people to stone just by looking at people. Becky. What even is that harmonica? Izuku. Oh, it's a Medusa charming harmonica. Gina. Why did you make that? Izuku. Got bored and said why not. Paige. Izuku, do you know those 3? Izuku. What do you mean? Becky. Yeah, now that you mention it, one of them said blueberry boy. Were they talking about you? Izuku. Yes. Gina. How do you know them? Izuku. It's a very long story. Paige. Can you sum it up? Izuku. Okay, so when I was little I was looking for elemental stones for a project, and I stumbled upon this cave where I ended up meeting the 3 snake girls and their mom, who was a very nice lady. Becky. What about their dad? Izuku. I've never met their dad. I think he's dead or something, I don't know. Becky. Oh, Izuku. Anyway, let's get inside before they come back. Gina. Good idea. The 5 quickly ran inside the treehouse and locked the front door, hoping that would keep them out if they do come back. Izuku. Okay, we should be safe for now. Becky. But what if they decide to barge in? Paige. Becky, a gremlin, an artificer, a technomancer and a pyromaniac all live under the same roof. Gina. Exactly, I'd like to see those 3 snakes come in here and try us. Becky. I guess you're right. Izuku. But just in case they do come back, I have a plan. Eri. Come on Papa, teach me how to make things. Izuku. Okay, I'll teach you how to do alchemy, it's really easy, come on. Izuku picks up Eri and walks down into the basement, leaving the 3 girls downstairs as we see Izuku and Eri in the alchemy room. Izuku. Welcome to the alchemy room where anything is possible. Eri. Really, anything? Izuku. Anything. Eri. Cool, so what do I do? Izuku. Simple. Izuku walks over and grabs an empty bottle and puts purple, light blue, green and yellow liquid into the bottle along with a witch's finger and mixes it up as the liquid turns blackish green. Izuku. And just like that, magic. Eri. What does it do? Izuku. Let's find out. Izuku picks up Eri and walks over to a teleporter and stomps on it twice, causing it to activate, sending Izuku and Eri somewhere else as we see Izuku and Eri reappear in a swampy area. Eri. How did we get out here? Izuku. We teleported using the mechanical circle that was on the ground in the alchemy room. Eri. Oh hey Papa, look, a frog. Izuku. Perfect. Eri. Huh. Without warning, Izuku threw the potion at the frog, shocking Eri as she panicked and got a bit scared for the frog. Eri. Papa, why did you do that? It didn't do anything. Izuku. Wait for it. Eri. Huh. Izuku pointed at the frog as Eri looked at it, seeing it get bigger and bigger, surprising her. Then Izuku, still holding on to Eri, jumped on top of the frog as it proceeds to get bigger. Izuku. Behold, I give you a giant frog. Eri. Whoa. Izuku. Pretty cool, huh? Eri. Hi. Izuku. Hee, good to know. Eri. Now what? Izuku. Now time to introduce you to someone who lives out here, hold on tight, okay? Eri. Okay. Izuku. Now let's go that way. The frog jumps in the direction Izuku pointed at, heading to somebody who lives out here. After 5 minutes of jumping around, Izuku sees a medium-sized shack in the middle of some swampy water. Izuku. Stop. The giant frog continues jumping, getting closer to the shack until Izuku digs in his pocket and pulls out a dart pistol and pops the frog right on the head, causing to go unconscious instantly while also causing him and Eri to get sent flying through the air as Izuku catches Eri and holds her close to him. Izuku. Hang on tight, Eri. Izuku then crashes through the roof of the shack and hits the ground hard, breaking the floorboard as he immediately gets back up with no problem. Izuku. I'd call that a successful landing. Eri. Papa, whose house is this? Izuku. Guess she's not here, that sucks, she'll probably be gone for a while. Then the door to the shack gets kicked open as Izuku and Eri look over to see a dark mage. Izuku. Hey there, Daphne. Daphne. What are you doing in my house, and whose child is that? Izuku. This child is mine, her name is Eri. Eri. Hello. Daphne. Hello, little one. Izuku. And I'm here because I need. Daphne. No, Izuku. But, Daphne. No, Izuku. Come on, Daphne. No, hell no. Izuku. Okay, if you won't do it for me, then can you do it for Eri? Eri. Please, pretty lady, I really wanna learn what Papa does. Daphne. Aw, thank you, little one, no one has ever called me pretty before. Izuku. Really, Daphne? Stay focused. Izuku. Okay, Daphne. But child, you want to be like him. Eri. Hi, Daphne. Sigh. Okay, fine, I guess. Eri. Yay. Daphne. So cute. So what do you need this time, Izuku? Izuku. I don't have a list this time, so just give me whatever. Daphne. Hold on. Daphne starts rummaging through her cabinets and drawers looking for whatever she finds first. After 2 minutes of looking around, she gives Izuku a bird skull, red slime, spider eggs, turtle bones and Komodo dragon eggs. Daphne. Will this work? Izuku. Yes, Daphne. Great, now get out. Izuku. Gladly, come on, Eri. Eri. Okay, bye, pretty lady. Daphne. Bye bye, sweetheart. Izuku and Eri leave and head back home, leaving Daphne there with a huge wave of worry for Eri. Daphne. God, please watch over that child and keep her safe from that madman's nonsense. Now I gotta remake the damn roof. While Daphne began fixing her shack, we see Izuku and Eri walking back home to the treehouse. Izuku. Eri. Yes, Papa. Izuku. Tell me how much you've learned. Eri. Anything is possible. Izuku. Congratulations, you've graduated from artificer school. Eri. Really? Izuku. Yep, it's that easy. Eri. What do I win? Izuku. Oh, I know. Izuku looked over and saw an otter in the water and pulled out a mind control chip and slowly crept over towards the otter, getting closer and closer until he jumped at it, barely grabbing it by its tail. The otter begins screeching and gnashing and clawing at Izuku, who's trying to put the chip in the otter's brain but is struggling since the otter is slippery and feral. The two continued to fight for a minute until Izuku got irritated and stabbed the mind control chip into the side of the otter's head, making it calm down and stop resisting. Izuku sighs in relief and walks over to Eri as the otter follows behind him as Izuku picks up the otter and shows it to Eri. Izuku. You get a pet otter, yay. Eri. Yay, Papa, what's that metal thing in its head? Izuku. Oh, pushes mind control chip deeper into otter's head. It's nothing to worry about. Eri. Okay, Izuku. Now let's go home. Eri. Hi. Izuku picks up Eri and puts her on his shoulder as she hugs her pet otter. Izuku then digs in his pocket and pulls out a small device as he drops it on the ground as it turns into a teleportation platform. Izuku steps on it as he and Eri disappears from the swamp and appear back at the treehouse in his room. Izuku. Welp, we're home. Eri. Papa, can we go back to the potion room? I wanna make something. Izuku. Of course, we see a. Before Izuku could finish his sentence, Paige kids down his door, spooking both Izuku and Eri as Izuku looks at Paige, seeing her sweating. Paige. Izuku, we got a problem. Izuku. How bad is it? John. Izuku, come out here right now. Izuku. Oh, it's real bad. Paige. Yeah, Eri, stay here with Paige, okay? Eri. Is something bad happening? Izuku. No, just gonna chat with a friend is all. Eri. Okay. Izuku puts Eri down and heads downstairs and looks out the window to see John, Team RWBY and Team JNPR and a bunch of other heroes. Izuku. Okay, I know what to do. Izuku runs over to the kitchen and presses a button on the wall as the countertop flips over, revealing a launcher. Izuku grabs the launcher and walks back over to the front of the treehouse and opens the door just enough for John to see his face. Izuku. Yes, John. John. Izuku, come out, I just wanna talk. Izuku. Who are all these other people? John. My friends. Izuku. Cool. Ruby. Hello. Izuku. Hi. Listen, Izuku, just come out, I wanna talk. Izuku. If that's the case, then why are there so many people outside? John. Because. Bubble girl. Listen, Izuku, just come out peacefully and we won't barge into your house. Izuku. For what did I do? Bubble girl. Destruction of property. Izuku. Not my fault. Bubble girl. Homicide. Izuku. He had it coming. Bubble girl. Freeing a criminal. Izuku. He's my best friend, what did you expect? Bubble girl. And more other things, but those are the main ones, so just come out nice and quiet, okay? Izuku. Okay, just stand right there, I am coming out right now. Bubble girl. Go. Izuku then slammed the door shut and locked it, shocking the heroes as Bubble Girl signaled to them to go as the heroes nodded and ran towards the front door. But before they could get close enough, 3 Teslas burst out of the ground and electrocute heroes, knocking them unconscious. Yang. What the heck? Weiss. Did he build that? John. Sai, most likely. Izuku. Hey. Bubble Girl and Team RWBY and JNPR look up to see Izuku with some kind of launcher shocking them. Izuku. You hungry? Blake. Actually, yeah, kinda. John. Blake, no. Izuku. Here, eat this. Izuku aims the launcher at the group, expecting something bad to come out of the other side, but what came out surprised and confused them as Izuku fired the launcher and a piece of garlic bread flew towards them. Ren. Is that a piece of garlic bread? Nora. I love garlic bread. Nora runs and jumps up and bites down on the piece of garlic bread, but the moment she did, all her teeth cracked and shattered, shocking her. Nora. A-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H. Team RWBY, JNPR, Nora. Bubble Girl. Are you oh whoa? Yang. What is I whoa, holy shit. Pyrrha. What happened? Yang. All of Nora's teeth are gone. Team RWBY, JNPR, huh? Nora. My teeth. Izuku. Behold the garlic bread launcher. Ruby. Why do you have that? Izuku. Got bored and hungry one day, so I said to myself, why not, and made this masterpiece, but haven't used it in ages, so all the bread is as hard as cinder blocks. Blake. What? Izuku. Yeah, so. Dance for me. Izuku flips a switch, activating rapid fire as he rapid fires garlic bread at the group as they scatter and run away from the treehouse, getting behind something. Izuku. H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A, eat this and some of this. Blake. What the fuck do we do? John. I don't know, hold on, let me think. Izuku. Think fast, chuckle nuts. Izuku digs in his pocket and pulls out a grenade and throws it, and once it hits the ground it explodes, releasing a bunch of angry murder hornets. Nora. Bees. Ren. Those are hornets. John. Run. Team RWBY and Team JNPR and Bubble Girl run away from Izuku's treehouse as the murder hornets chase after them, all while Izuku laughs in victory. Izuku. And don't come back. Izuku puts his garlic bread launcher on his back and climbs down the treehouse onto the ground and walks towards the front door, but before he can touch the doorknob. Boom. Izuku. Huh, that sounded like it came from the alchemy room, Eri. Izuku kicked the door off the hinges and rushed down to the alchemy room, worried Eri got hurt as both his eyes twitch uncontrollably. Once he got there he saw smoke and ran through, getting out the other side only to see Gina with dust on her face from an explosion. Izuku. Oh, it's just you, Gina. Question, where's Eri? Gina. Cough cough, in the garden room next door. Izuku. Thanks. Izuku gets down on one knee and kisses Gina on the cheek and walks over to the garden room and opens the door to see Eri with safety gear on and a potion in one hand. Becky. Slowly, Eri, pour it slowly, okay. Eri. Okay. Paige. Don't spill it. Eri. Okay. Eri tried pouring the purple liquid slowly but accidentally poured a bit much. Then Becky walked over and picked up Eri and stepped back as all eyes were on the plant pot, and in seconds a purple leaf popped out of the pot. Eri. Yay, I did it. Izuku. Yes you did, Eri. Eri. Papa, see, I did it, I made a flower. Becky. Eri, that's just a leaf, it has to grow some more until it turns into a flow. Paige. Is it supposed to grow this fast? Becky looked over to see a giant purple pod get bigger and bigger, eventually breaking the plant pot and falling off the table onto the floor and still growing as everyone steps back scared, not sure what to do, but Izuku was excited to see what'll come out, and after a few more seconds the pod slowly opens, revealing Eri's creation, shocking and confusing the girls. Meanwhile Izuku was intrigued. Paige. What is that? Izuku. I don't know, but I'm interested. Eri. Papa, what did I do? Izuku. Eri, this is what you call the creation of life. Eri. The creation of life. Izuku. It's when you make an entirely new species on accident or on purpose. I've done it before, it was a fun experience. Eri. Really, so I did good. Izuku. Absolutely. Eri. Yay. Becky. Look, it's doing something. Everyone looks over to see the flower man start moving, and every time it moved the sound of its body would crack like tree bark. Then it looked at them and pointed at Eri. Eri. Huh, flower man. Ah, flower man. Paige. Nope. Paige pulls out a flamethrower and immediately burns the flower man as it screeches in pain as Becky and Izuku take Eri out of the room. Eri. Papa, what was that? Izuku. That, Eri, is what we call a minor setback to a major operation. Eri. Papa, I'm scared. Izuku. SSSHHH, I know, I remember when something like this happened to me too. It's okay, the flower man can't hurt you anymore, Mama. Paige is taking care of it right now. Becky. Give her here, I'll take her upstairs. Izuku. Okay. Izuku gives Eri to Becky and heads upstairs as Izuku sighs and walks over to the garden room, seeing Paige standing over the burning corpse of the flower man. Paige. What now? Izuku. Burn the whole room down, we don't wanna take any risk. Paige. Hi. Izuku walks off as Paige begins to burn the whole garden room in case that thing released anything into the air when it died. Izuku. I can't let this happen again, I'll have to properly train Eri on being an artificer until she can handle what I do, so she'll have to follow the rules and laws of physics and science and nature. It rules, screw the rules, I can float whenever I want. Izuku. Hey, nice. It's a new day and it's early in the morning as we see John, Bubble Girl, Night Eye and 2 SWAT teams in the forest headed towards Izuku's treehouse. Bubble Girl. So what's the plan? John. Okay, so as long as we stick together and don't split up and stay on this path, then we should be fine. Night Eye. Let's not forget I'm in charge of this capture operation, Mr. Ark, so don't go around barking orders. John. I understand that, Night Eye, sir, but I know Izuku better than anyone, and knowing him I'm sure this forest is infested with whatever nonsense. Night Eye. You're talking like he's a spec ops or something, he's just a boy who makes things split up, secure more ground. John. No, SWAT. Hi. The 2 SWAT teams go into the forest, leaving the path as John sighs and looks at Night Eye. John. Why did you do that? We don't know what's out there. Night Eye. Relax, they're elites, they know what they're doing, they'll find the treehouse no problem. Bubble Girl. Plus by the time we get there they'll have the place surrounded, so if Izuku tries to run for it he won't get away. John. Sigh, let's just go. The 3 continue down the path as we cut over to the one of the SWAT teams on the left side of the forest going forward. Random. See anything on the radar? Random. Nope, not yet. Random. Why are we out here again? Random. Didn't you hear at the debriefing we're here for some kid? Random. A kid. Random. Yeah, apparently he caused a lot of shit to happen these past few days. Random. You're telling me a kid made that giant cake monster? Random. Yep, and so much more. Random. Who the hell are we capturing right now, a mad scientist or something? Random. Got something coming in on the radar, it's coming in hot. The guys aim their guns forward as their flashlights shine the way forward only to see nothing. Random. It's going right and it's fast. The SWAT team chase after the target running left as we cut over to the other SWAT team on the left side of the forest walking towards the treehouse until something appears on the radar. Random. Stay sharp, got something on the radar. Random. Copy that, proceeding with caution. The SWAT team slowly walk towards the life source that's barely moving, only moving a few inches away from its original spot from time to time. After walking for a few seconds, the SWAT team stop and come face to face with the life source. Random. Holy shit. Random. Do my eyes deceive me, or am I seeing this right? Random. What the hell is that? Random. I don't know, but it's just standing there. We cut back over to John and Bubble Girl and Night Eye, who were walking down the path headed for Izuku's house until they heard gunshots and screams going off in the forest. Bubble Girl. What's going on? John. Something bad. Night Eye. What's your status? What's going on out there? SWAT. It's after MAAHDJSMEBAHHHH. Cuts off. SWAT. Stay BA Adjfusnr Ba. Cuts off. SWAT. Fall back Ferb Fusya. Cuts off. Night Eye. What the hell is out there? Bubble Girl. What do we do? John. It's too dangerous to go any further, let's get out of here and come back when it's sunny. Night Eye. Absolutely not, we made it this far, let's. The three heard a noise and looked over to see a Dilophosaurus poking its head out the bushes with some blood on its face, shocking them. Bubble Girl. Is that a fucking dinosaur? John. Yes it is. Night Eye. Okay, let's just step back slowl. The three stopped moving as John looked behind them to see the bigger Dilophosaurus behind them with blood dripping down its mouth as the SWAT logo is hanging from the side of its mouth. John. There's another one. Bubble Girl. What? Night Eye. Okay, now let's just stay calm, as long as we don't panic we can get through T. The bigger Dilophosaurus spat at John, hitting him on the chest as John looked down disgusted, but then the bigger Dilophosaurus spat again, this time hitting Bubble Girl in the eyes. Bubble Girl. AAAAAHHHHHH. Night Eye. KAORUKO. The smaller Dilophosaurus ran out of the bushes, jumped up and bit into Night Eye's arm, sending him to the ground as the smaller Dilophosaurus tried to rip his arm off. John sees this and takes out his sword, but the bigger Dilophosaurus runs at him and pounces on top of him and goes for a bite to his head, but John puts his sword up as the Dilophosaurus bites into the sword but continues going for his head. All hope seemed lost for the three until the two Dilophosaurus heard a Dilophosaurus call in the distance and ran off into the forest towards it. John, seeing the two Dilophosaurus run away, he gets up and puts Bubble Girl on his back while helping Night Eye back up onto his feet as the two run out of the forest. John. Holy shit, that was close. Back with the two Dilophosaurus, we see them in two large metal holding pens eating raw meat as Izuku looks at them with a smile on his faces. Izuku. And they said Dilophosaurus security couldn't work. Izuku walks away, heading back to his treehouse to get some more rest so he can prepare for what comes next. The sun is now shining up in the sky as we see Night Eye and John standing at the front of the path into the forest, and behind them is some heroes. Night Eye. Alright, listen up, this is a capture operation. Your target is a boy with blue hair. His name is Izuku. If you see him, do not engage alone, he's dangerous, do you understand? Random heroes. Hi. Night Eye. Good, now move out. The heroes run into the forest along with John and Night Eye as we see Izuku in the treehouse teaching Eri about alchemy. Izuku. So what have we learned so far? Eri. Every potion you make has an outcome www, whether it be good or bad. Izuku. That's right, good job Eri, you get a cookie. Eri. Yay. Izuku walked over to the cookie jar in the kitchen about to get a cookie, but then a spoon started to vibrate, alerting Izuku that there's multiple people in the forest. Izuku. They're back again. Izuku opens the cabinet door and pulls out a boombox and walks outside, confusing Eri as she follows him outside. Eri. Papa, what are you doing? Izuku. Calling in air support. Izuku turns the boombox on as music starts playing loudly. The heroes hear the music and run towards it as John wonders what Izuku is doing, giving away his location. John. Something doesn't feel right about this. Night Eye, I think we should call off the capture. Night Eye. After what happened earlier with those dinosaurs, absolutely not, this boy shall face justice. John. I get that, but... Boom. The two stop running and look up to see an explosion go off in the distance as heroes go flying high up in the air. Night Eye. What the? John. Look up in the sky. Night Eye looks up and is shocked to see a small swarm of bats in the air. John. Are those bats? Night Eye. And why are they out? The sun is up. This doesn't make any sense. Boom. Then another explosion goes off, sending heroes flying around the forest. Night Eye takes out his binoculars and sees something shocking. He sees the bats dropping mini bombs down onto the forest. John. This is bad, we have to go. Night Eye. Agreed. Gets on earpiece. Attention all heroes, I'm calling off the capture. Get out of the forest immediately. I repeat, get out of the fort. John. Sir. Night Eye. Huh. Night Eye looks down to see a frog with a stick of dynamite strapped to its back, shocking him and John as the frog opens its mouth and then a voice comes out. Izuku. Hey John. John. Izuku. *BOOOM. The two go flying out of the forest and into the city as Izuku sees this through his binoculars and smirks. Izuku. Bye John. Ha 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 ha. Eri. Papa, who was that? Izuku. A friend of mine who doesn't like my methods of work. Eri. Oh, sound like he doesn't like fun. Izuku. Believe me Eri, he doesn't. Now let's get you a cookie. Eri. Yay, cookies. Izuku and Eri head back inside the treehouse as the heroes run out of the forest trying not to get a bomb dropped on their heads. It's now afternoon as we see Izuku sitting on the couch on his phone looking through the cameras he places around the forest. Izuku. If they came after me twice, then they'll definitely try it thrice. Becky. Hey Izuku. Izuku. Hey Becky. Becky. What are you doing? Izuku. Nothing. Why do you need something? Becky. Well, I was wondering. Izuku. Yes, Becky. If it's okay with you, can we dance? Izuku. Dance. Becky. Why, yeah, like slow dancing. Izuku. Oh, I don't know. Becky. Please. Izuku. Where did this even come from? Becky. It was a thought I had after watching a video. Izuku. Izuku looks at his phone, seeing Night Eye and John back at the entrance of the forest, this time with the military. Izuku. Give me a second. Write down and write. Back with Night Eye and John, they're about to enter the forest and head towards Izuku's treehouse until a gas bomb crashed in the middle of the army, causing them to cough uncontrollably. Random soldier. What is this poison? Random soldier. Ah, it burns. Random soldier. It stinks. Random soldier. My eyes. Random soldier. Retreat. The military and John and Night Eye run back into the city, smelling terrible and with a bad taste in their mouths. Izuku, seeing this, smiles and looks back at Becky. Izuku. My schedule is free, sure. Becky. Great, I'll let you know when I'm ready. Izuku. Okay. Becky walks off as he gets back on his phone and starts doing something. Izuku. Just in case. The hours pass and it's now nighttime as we see Izuku sitting around bored waiting for Becky. Izuku. It's been hours. Where is she? I wonder if I can strap a machine gun to a tortoise. Becky. Izuku. Izuku. Finally, what took you so low? Izuku was frozen and speechless, seeing Becky in a black dress. Becky. So, how do I look? Izuku. Izuku. Holy fuck, she's hot. 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 Becky. It looks bad, doesn't I? Izuku. Super sexy, beautiful. Izuku covers his mouth in embarrassment as he looks at Becky, who's blushing but smiling. Becky. Hey, I'm glad. Izuku. Smooth move me. Izuku. Thanks other me. Becky. So, care to dance? Izuku rips his regular outfit off, revealing a black tuxedo underneath, surprising Becky. Izuku. Absolutely. Becky. How long have you had that on? Izuku. Too long now then. Izuku throws a pen at the record player, turning it on, then he walks toward Becky and takes her hands as the two start to slow dance as the music plays. Becky. Hey Izuku. Izuku. Yeah, Becky. I know you've been protecting the treehouse from getting swatted. Izuku. Really listen Before Izuku could finish his sentence, Becky kissed him on the lips, making him blush. Becky. Thank you, Izuku. No problem, besides you gotta protect what you care about. Becky. Good to know. You don't think they're sneaking around out there, do you? Izuku. Oh, don't worry, I took some necessary precautions. Meanwhile in the forest, random hero. AAAAAHHHHH. Random soldier. Run for your fucking lives. Random SWAT, let's get out of here. Night Eye. We never should have come out here. John. I told you. The sound of stomping was heard behind the two as they turned around to see a giant hulking robot with a buzz saw and flamethrower for hands. Hulk. Intruders spotted, initiating elimination protocols. The Hulk spews fire at the two as they run as fast as they can while the Hulk chases after them. John. Nich. AAAAAAAAAHHHHHHH. Back with Izuku. Becky. Izuku. Izuku. I'm sure they're fine. It's a new day as we see Izuku in a junkyard looking for scraps so he can put something together. Izuku. Gears, cogs, iron bars, steel, plating, an electric guitar. I can make this into something. Then a figure pops their head out of the junk pile and looks at Izuku. What do you need all this stuff for anyway, Izuku? Izuku. I'm going to UA Bailey. Bailey. Really, that's cool, but why? Izuku. Just to pass the time. Bailey. Huh, that's it. Izuku. Yep, also because one side of me wants to do good while the other side wants to do bad. Left eye twitches and in the middle I just wanna do my own thing. Bailey. I see, well you have my full support. Izuku. Thanks Bailey, you're a great friend. Bailey. Yeah, friend. Izuku. Anyway, help me find more scrap metal and tires if you can. Bailey. Alright. The two dive into the scrap pile looking around for the stuff Izuku needs. Build something as we see Night Eye in an alleyway spying on him, trying to get as much information from Izuku as possible about him. Night Eye. So he's friends with the owner of this junkyard, okay. Night Eye writes that in his notes and continues spying on Izuku. Then he tries to get closer only for some junk turrets to pop out of the scrap heaps around the junkyard and point at Night Eye, shocking him as he gets hit in the chest by a hot ball of scrap exploding and sending him crashing into a building wall. Bailey. What was that? Izuku. Oh, just some scrap turrets I made. Bailey. What? When? Izuku. Got bored and broke in here late at night and made them. Bailey. You know what, that sounds about right. Izuku. Glad we see eye to eye. Bailey. Yeah, sure. The two continue looking for the scrap Izuku needs while Night Eye is barely alive, crawling back to his hero building. The sun starts to go down and it's now afternoon as we see Izuku out in the forest with a bunch of potion bottles surrounding him. Izuku. Okay, let's see. Izuku drinks a random potion and after a few seconds he burps as mushrooms start sprouting out the ground. Izuku. I see. Interesting, but it won't help during the exam. Gotta find burp something else. More mushrooms start to grow out of the ground as Izuku drinks another potion to see what the effects are as he grows another set of arms. Izuku. 4 arms, cool but not very helpful. Izuku grabs another potion and drinks it only for his skin turn green. Izuku. That's it, not very help Fachu. Izuku sneezed, creating a shockwave around him, sending all the other potions flying away. Izuku. Aw damn it, now I gotta get the others. Izuku drinks some water as all the effects on him go away, making him go back to normal. He then goes and grabs the other potions and starts drinking them to see what kind of effects they all have. It's now nighttime as we see Izuku walking to the treehouse while muttering to himself about what each potion did. Izuku. One gave me a dragon tail, one gave me wings, one set my feet on fire, one made my tongue longer, one made my fingers blades, and the last one made my eyes pop out and grow wings. That was funny, but none of them will help me in the entrance exam. Sigh, what am I gonna do? While Izuku was thinking, he heard the sound of snoring as he stopped walking and looked over to see a Masanda sleeping on the floor. Izuku stared at the Masanda in silence until he tiptoed towards it, being as quick as possible, and once he got close enough he pulled out a wrench with lightning rune marks on it as the Masanda started to wake up, only to see Izuku standing over it. Masanda. Mos. Izuku. This might sting a bit. Bonk. Izuku hit the Masanda on the head then ran off as the Masanda was about to chase after Izuku until lightning struck the Masanda, electrocuting it and knocking it unconscious as Izuku peeked from behind the tree he was hiding and saw it unconscious. Izuku. I've got an idea. Izuku runs over and grabs the Masanda by its foot and drags it back towards the treehouse with an idea in his head. The days pass and everyone is training for the entrance exam. Issei is working on his combat speed. Makoto is working on improving his abominations and undead monstrosities. John is working on his swordsmanship. Rindo is hunting for exotic creatures and herbs, working on specific dishes to create, and Izuku has been in his workshop underneath the treehouse working on something special. Today's the day of the entrance exam as we see Makoto walking down the street headed for you. Makoto. This is it, today's the day, you got this, you can do this. All Might said it himself, anyone can be a hero if he said it, then I got this. Madman. Monster Maker. You freak. Villain. 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 Makoto holds his head in pain as the voices in his head get louder until he digs in his pocket and pulls out a bottle of pills and pops one, causing the voices to disappear. Makoto. Gotta thank Izuku for these, when I see him again they work like a charm. Honk honk. Makoto turns around and is surprised to see Izuku driving around in a car. Izuku. Good morning buddy, pal, old chum. Makoto. Hey Izuku. Izuku. Come on, let's go get the others. Makoto. Hi. Makoto hops in the seat as Izuku drives top speed heading to Issei's house. Makoto. Izuku, don't you think this is kinda attracting unwanted attention? Izuku. Nah, this is thou. Izuku pulls out a remote and presses a button as we cut over to Eri, who's staring at the toaster until it goes off, shooting out cinnamon toast on a plate. Eri. Papa gave the green light. Eri steps on a stool and grabs the plate of toast and runs out the front door to see 4 large mortars pointed up at the sky. Eri was about to press the first one until she remembered something. Eri. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Eri grabbed headphones and put them on and then put on a small military general outfit, and then she pressed the first button, firing the first mortar shell into the air and watching it disappear. Eri. Again. Eri ran over and fired the next one, firing the next mortar shell into the air. Then she ran over to the next one and fired it, and then the last one and fired it. Eri. Hooray, I did it and I remembered the right order. Eri took a bite out of her cinnamon toast and walked back inside the treehouse as we see Izuku outside Issei's house. Makoto. What are we waiting for? Izuku. NNNNNND now. Boom 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 boom. Makoto looked up to see large clouds of smoke up in the air above the city, and immediately the sky was filled with 4 different types of flying creatures. All the creatures start to fight for air superiority, shocking Makoto while Izuku giggled. Makoto. What is this? Izuku. Today's a special day, so I thought why not do something special. Makoto. Where did you find these creatures? Izuku. Do you really wanna know? Makoto. Fucking artificers. Izuku. Ha 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 ha. Issei opens his door seeing Makoto and Izuku while hearing the sounds of monsters in the background. Izuku. Get in, we're going to the entrance exam. Issei. I would ask why I hear monsters in the background, but I think I know who's behind that. Issei jumps in the jeep as Izuku drives off to go grab the other 2, and once he went to their houses and picked them up, he drives top speed towards you, while the other 4 hold on for dear life. After driving for 3 minutes they make it to you, as Izuku swerves into the parking lot and crashes someone's car out of their parking spot and takes their spot. Izuku. We made it. John. You're never driving again. Izuku. Relax John, we're still alive. Issei. I think I'm gonna be sick. Makoto. Same here. Izuku. No please don't throw up in my car. Rindo. Let's just go. The 5 get out of the car and walk towards the entrance of U. And once inside they walk into the auditorium seeing more students and take a seat. Then Present Mike entered the room. Present Mike. Alright little listeners, who's ready for this exam? Can I get a hell yeah? Nobody said anything as a drop of sweat fell from Mike's brow. Present Mike. Hey tough crowd, huh? Alright then, let's begin the written part of the exam. If you look under your desk you'll see a paper and pencil, that's the written part of the exam. Now then begin. Everyone starts taking the test with some struggling while others are going through this with no problem. John. Man, these questions are no joke. I wonder how the others are doing. I'm sure they're fine. Issei. What the hell am I looking at? Rindo. What is this bullshit? Makoto. Shit, well, guess I'm not getting into you, eh? Makoto was about to lose hope until a fly flew next to his ear and whispered the answer into his ear, shocking and spooking him. Makoto. The hell, fly. Hey buddy, pull old chum. Makoto heard that and looked over at Izuku, who looked at Makoto and winked at him, putting a smile on his face. But it wasn't just Makoto, both Rindo and Issei were also relieved that Izuku's got their back. After half an hour all 5 completed their test and gave it to Mike and then sat back down and waited. Present Mike. Okay, let's say holy fucking smoke, 4 perfect scores and then there's a 90, but still whoa. The rest of the time goes by and the written part is over, and now it's time for the physical as Mike explains the pointer bots until. Lita. Excuse me Mike sir, you didn't explain the last robot. Is this how you does things? Then I'm highly disappointed. Makoto. Oh great, the walking rule book is here. Lita. And yo. Izuku. Lita. And never mind. Present Mike. Well, before I was interrupted, that's the 0 pointer. As the name states, it's not worth anything, it's just an obstacle. Now then head to your respective starting points. Everyone gets out of the auditorium and heads to their exam gates, where we see Izuku and Rindo waiting together. Izuku. Rindo, I don't think I asked, but why do you want to go here? Rindo. Izuku, listen to me, okay? Cooking is like hero work. You do good, people will love you. You do bad, people won't like you. Izuku. Rindo. Sigh, I'm using you as an excuse to enter restricted areas. Izuku. Ooh, why didn't you just say that then? Rindo. So what do you got to pass this part of the exam? Izuku. Oh, I got, wait, no, not yet, just wait a few seconds. Rindo. Let's see what he's got this time. Present Mike. Alright little listeners, get ready. The students get ready to start as Rindo pulls out her meat mallet while Izuku gets in a running stance. Present Mike. Get set. The door creeps open a little bit, and once Izuku sees this, he runs past everyone and slips through the crack in the door. Rindo. Shit Izuku, you gotta wait man. Random. Hey, he's cheating. Random. Oi, he didn't say go yet. Random. Oh, he's so disqualified. Present Mike. What are you doing? There's no countdown in a RESL fight, go go go. The students hearing this start to run towards the gate, but before they reach it. Boom. The ground quakes from something crashing into the ground, causing everyone to stop except Rindo, who ran past the others and entered the fake city only to see Izuku on top of a cyborg Masundo with grenade launchers for hands and half its head is made of chrome. Rindo. What the shit? Izuku. Hey Rindo, look at my hands. Rindo looks at Izuku and is even more shocked to see his left hand as a machine gun, while his right hand is a chainsaw. Izuku. Surprise, surprise. Rindo. What the shit? Izuku. Boom, bear attack. The cyborg Masunda starts firing grenade at the incoming pointer boys, blowing them to pieces, while Izuku unleashed a bullet storm onto the robots as well while laughing. Rindo and everyone else are watching in absolute shock until she remembers the exam and starts running towards any pointer boy before Izuku gets to it, as the other students do the same. While that's going on, we see the staff watching the students get points, but all eyes are on Izuku, who's running around racking up points. Midnight. How many points does that kid have? Nezu. He's already at 500 points. Staff. Huh. Nezu. I know, shocking. Vlad. What's his name? Nezu. Checks profile, his name is Izuku, just Izuku. Aizawa. He doesn't have a last name. Nezu. Guess not. Inko and Toshinori look sad hearing this but hide it from the other staff members. Power loader. Nezu, he's destroying the pointer bots way too quickly, can't you add more? Nezu. No, I don't have that button and it's way too early to release the 0 pointer. Aizawa. He radiates problem child energy. Ectoplasm. Power loader, you made the bots, can't you do something? Power loader. All I can do is up the danger level, but staff. Do it. Power loader. Oh okay. Power loader ups the threat level on all the pointer bots, turning their eyes from green to red as they become more violent. The staff look over at Izuku to see how he's doing. Izuku. Boom bear run. The cyborg Masanda runs away from the pointer bots as Izuku's machine gun hand switches to a rocket launcher. Izuku. Did somebody say explosions? Izuku fires the rocket launcher, causing the pointer bots chasing him to explode and turn into piles of scrap metal. Izuku. Ha 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 ha, oh man, I definitely passed. The staff stare at Izuku with shock and hints of fear while Nezu is smiling. Nezu. I like this young man, he seems nice. Aizawa. Nezu, I think. Nezu. Yes, I know, it's about that time. Nezu presses the big red button, releasing the zero-pointer as it towers over the students and small buildings, causing the students to run away from it while Izuku admires it. Izuku. Look at all that scrap metal, boom bear forward. The cyborg Masanda runs towards the zero-pointer while Izuku switches both his hands back to normal and pulls out his phone and calls someone. Izuku. Come on, pick up please. Meanwhile, back at the treehouse, we see Eri with a notebook drawing pictures until the couch starts vibrating. Eri was confused until she slapped one of the cushion as a hologram of Izuku appeared. Eri. Papa. Izuku. Hey Eri, do you have the tiny cake man? Eri. Yeah, I put it in a jar. Izuku. Okay, do you have a red pill? Eri. Hi. Izuku. Okay, listen very careful. Eri put the tiny cake man into the big cannon that fires up. Feed the tiny cake man the red pill, then shoot the tiny cake man out of the cannon. Okay. Eri. Hi. Izuku. Okay, love you Eri, you got this. The hologram of Izuku disappeared as Eri got off the couch and grabbed the jar with the tiny sweet tooth titan in it and runs outside to the mortar. Eri. Okay, step 1. Eri put the jar inside the mortar. Eri. Step 2. Eri opened the jar and put the red pill in there as the tiny sweet tooth titan started eating it. Eri. And step 3. Eri put on headphones and pressed a button and ran back, and then boom. The mortar fired the jar towards Izuku's location as Eri smiled and ran back inside. Eri. Papa's gonna be so happy with me. We cut back over to Izuku, who's on top of the cyborg Masanda firing rockets at its face, gaining its attention as the cyborg Masanda runs away. Izuku. If my calculations are correct, then any second now. Before Izuku could finish his thoughts, he saw the sweet tooth titan starting to grow bigger back to its normal size, putting a smile on Izuku's face. Izuku. I am very proud of you Eri. Izuku upgraded his rocket launcher hand into something more devastating. Izuku. Ahem, fu, fire in French. Izuku fired a rocket at the incoming sweet tooth titan as it made contact with the zero-pointer, making it start to lean on its side. Then the rocket hit both the zero-pointer and sweet tooth titan at the same time, and at that moment *BOOOOOOM. Both of them exploded, raining down cake and scrap metal, covering the entire fake city in metal and sugar. Izuku smiled and hopped off the cyborg Masanda as the two started to walk back to the front of U.A. Rindo finds Izuku and grabs him by his shirt collar and shakes him around. Rindo. What the fuck was all that? Izuku. An unforgettable experience for all. Rindo. God, I fucking love and hate you at the same time. Izuku. Good to know. The two walk out of the fake city, leaving the students to eat the falling pieces of cake and the shocked to hell staff members. Izuku. Man, I'm hungry. Rindo. Come to my house, I'm making Australian Wagyu flank steak. Izuku. Cool, I'll tell the others. Rindo. By the way Izuku, what's up with your hands? Izuku. Oh, these aren't my actual hands, they're just prosthetics that look like real hands. Rips fake skin fabric. See. Izuku. Pretty cool, huh? Rindo. Izuku, did you? Izuku. Yes, I chopped my right hand off, then Paige chopped my left one off. Rindo. Why? Izuku. So I can have a machine gun hand and a chainsaw hand, that's why, plus it's badass. Rindo. So you just have robot hands now? Izuku. Oh, don't worry, my hands will grow back once I drink a regeneration potion. Rindo. That's good to know. Izuku. So what does Australian Wagyu flank steak taste like? Rindo. Come to my house and you'll see. Izuku. Have I ever told you that you have amazing cooking skills? Rindo. Thank you Izuku. Izuku. You're welcome. We see the Izuku squad at Rindo's house eating her Australian Wagyu flank steak, enjoying the food and the company. Issei. Oh god, it's so good. Izuku. Yeah, Rindo's cooking is always great. Rindo. Of course it is, I made it myself after all. John. So how did you all do in the entrance exam? Makoto. Got enough points to pass, got some glares from the others contestants thou, but nothing I can't handle. Issei. I backstabbed my way to victory. John. The robot's right. Issei. John. Issei, you stabbed the robot's right. Issei. I may or may not have put some contestants in the nurse's office with small daggers in their ba. John. Goddamn it, Issei. Issei. Those fuckers were asking for it. John. Sigh, what about you, Rindo? Rindo. I'm sure I passed. John. And Izuku, I already know you passed. Izuku. Hey, yeah, I know, but what about you? John. I'm sure I got enough rescue points and hero points. Izuku. There were rescue points. John. Yeah, it was in the brochure. You guys did read the brochure, right? Issei. I'ma be honest, John, I had no clue they had a brochure. John. Sigh. The squad proceed to eat and talk with each other until they were done with their food as Izuku left Rindo's house along with John, Issei and Makoto as they all went their separate ways. Izuku walked down the streets heading back home with a full belly and a smile on his face, and after half an hour Izuku finally makes it back home to the treehouse and opens the door only for Eri to run at him and hug his leg. Eri. Papa. Izuku. Hey Eri. Eri. Did I do a good job? I listened to your instructions. Izuku. Yep, you did. I am very proud of you, Eri. Eri. Yay. Paige. Looks like the man of the hour is here. Izuku. Hey girls. Becky. Hey Izuku, how was the entrance exam? Izuku. Good, I'm sure I passed. Gina. I'm sure you did, now pick me up. Izuku picks up Gina and puts her on his left shoulder as Eri pouts and climbs up Izuku and reaches his right shoulder. Eri. Papa, I climbed up your shoulder, did you see? Izuku. I did, good job, Eri. Eri. He. Paige. Also, this came in the mail, pulls out envelope. Izuku. Huh, but we don't have a mailbox. Becky. The cyborg squirrel shot lasers at the mailman, causing him to drop his whole bat and go through it, finding this for you. Izuku. Oh yeah, he. Izuku grabs the envelope and opens it, and the moment he did, a hologram of All Might appears out the envelope. All Might. Hello young Yagi, I'm here to tell you the amount of points got during the entrance exam. You got an estimate 500 points in hero points, but in rescue points you got a whopping 50 points. I total that's 550 points, and with that I say congratulations young Yagi and welcome to you. Hi. The hologram of All Might goes away as Izuku smiles and gets excited, catching Gina, Becky and Paige's attention. Paige, Becky, Gina. Here we go. Izuku. I did it, let's go. Eri. Yay, Papa did it. Did what? Izuku. I got into you. Eri, that means I can make even more things, my inventory shall increase. Eri. Really, that's good, right? Izuku. Definitely. Eri. Yay. Izuku. Let's make ice cream. Paige, Gina. Yes. Becky. No. Eri. Huh, why not, Mama? Becky. Becky. Well, Eri, the last time your papa made ice cream or any edible food, it somehow always finds a way to come to life. Izuku. Yeah, that's weird. Wonder how that happens. Becky. Izuku, you know what you did. Izuku. Okay, yeah, it was me. Becky. Let's just go out to get some dessert. Gina. Nah, I'll make it. Becky. You're the last person I ever want to see in the kitchen. Gina. Rude. Paige. Let me do it then. Becky. Last time you were in the kitchen you set it on fire, so no. Paige. Okay, then you do it, Becky. Becky. You know what, I will. Becky walks over to the kitchen and puts on an apron and starts making ice cream, to the best of her ability. After 30 minutes of whipping something up, Becky finished and puts it on the table in front of the others. Becky. Done. Paige and Gina looked at this excuse of ice cream and judged it with their eyes, but Izuku judged it with his taste as he takes a spoonful and eats it. Becky. Well, Izuku, what do you think? Izuku. It's good. Becky. Really? Izuku. Yeah, it's surprisingly good. Izuku suddenly got trapped in a large block of ice and froze, shocking the girls as Paige pulls out her flamethrower and was about to let loose until Becky stopped her. Becky. Wait, we're still inside. Paige. Oh, Right, I'll go get the hair dryer. Eri. Is Papa gonna be okay? Gina. Eri, Izuku's been through all kinds of crazy things. I'm sure little ice won't stop him, unless he catches frostbite and dies. Eri. What? Becky. You're not helping, don't listen to her. Eri, Izuku will be fine, he's a strong man, okay? Eri. Oh okay. Paige. Okay, I'm back, switching to maximum. Paige switched the hair dryer to maximum and presses the button as the heat starts melting the ice in seconds, surprising Becky. Becky. I thought you had a normal hair dryer. Paige. I asked Izuku to add some modifications to it, now it's so hot it melt people. Becky. And you put it on maximum. Paige. Don't worry, I'll turn it down to 3. Paige turns it down to 3 as Izuku's upper body is free from the ice, and then a few seconds later his whole body is free from the ice. Becky. Why you okay, Izuku? Izuku. Izuku. IIIICC, can you use T? This is AAL learning moment. Paige. Which is? Izuku. IIICC cream CC can be used AA as a WWW weapon. Gina. Never change Izuku. Izuku. T take me TT to the FF fireplace. Paige. I got you. Paige picks up Izuku and walks to the fireplace as Eri and Gina follows, leaving Gina saddened until she looked up and saw Izuku smile at her while shivering as he gives her a shaky thumbs up, making her smile again. It's a new day as we see Izuku in snow gear, still cold after yesterday working on something in Bailey's junkyard. Izuku. Okay, cogs, gears, screws, pipes, and a sledgehammer. Bailey. Izuku, why are you wearing snow gear? Izuku. Ice cream shenanigans. Bailey. Okay, so what are you working on now? Izuku. I don't know, whatever comes to mind. I know what I'm making now. Bailey. I don't know if I should be worried or impressed you can come to with things so quickly. Izuku. All in the mind, Bailey, all in the mind. Make a robo-horse, open a portal to the Jurassic period, turn random street crooks into labor bots. Right eye twitches asterisk. Anyway, do you have a claw anywhere? Bailey. Oh yeah, it's this way, follow me. Baking walks over to another pile of junk as Izuku follows. While walking we see Night Eye along with Toshinori spying on Izuku. Night Eye. That's him right there, Toshi, that's the kid I was telling you about who took out Overhaul. Toshinori. Him, my boy, what did you do? Night Eye. All those months of planning gone because of him. Toshinori. What are you planning? Night Eye. I'm trying to get him arrested and send the girl to a foster home. Toshinori. But why, he doesn't look like a criminal. Night Eye. He shot Overhaul in broad daylight, there were eyewitnesses. Toshinori. What? I see. Night Eye. Okay, just go over there and intimate him, get him spooked or something. Toshinori. Okay, I'll try, I'm sorry my boy. Toshinori buffs up and jumps up into the air as we see Izuku and Bailey talking until Izuku pulled out a harpoon launcher. Izuku. Oh, a whale impaler, does it still work? Bailey. I don't know, it's like 30 years ol. Izuku pulls the trigger as the harpoon shoots up into the air and stabs All Might through the thigh, shocking him and Night Eye as All Might crash lands in the middle of the junkyard as Izuku and Bailey turn around and see All Might on the ground. Izuku. Seems it works perfectly. Bailey. Izuku, you shot the #1 hero. Izuku. Don't worry, he'll be fine, watch. Izuku walks over and yanks the harpoon out of All Might's leg and grabs a healing potion out his pocket and pouts it onto All Might, healing not only his thigh wound but his original wound as All Might looks younger, surprising Bailey and Izuku. Izuku. That's weird, I don't remember healing potions making people younger. All Might. What do you mean? Bailey. Look. Bailey grabs a piece of glass and shows All Might his reflection, shocking him and Night Eye as All Might as his younger self. All Might. Oh my goodness. Izuku. So, we cool now or ack? All Might hugged both Izuku and Bailey as he smiled and laughed. Almaga. Thank you young man, thanks to your potion I'm at my prime again. Izuku. So that means we're cool. All Might. Absolutely, now then I'm off, thank you again young man. All Might that jumps off, leaving Izuku and Bailey there as Night Eye is shocked. Night Eye. You know what? I'll let the death of Overhaul slide. Night Eye leaves the alleyway going back to his agency, The rest of the day passes and Izuku starts creating stuff with the help of Bailey, and after a few hours Izuku heads back home. The rest of the month passes as Izuku works on potions, machines, weapons, cybernetics and all kinds of other crazy shenanigans he can make to pass the time. The days pass and now today's the first day of U-Ahai as we see students heading to school, as we see Class 1A walking to school. Izumi. So you guys excited for today? Katsuki. Hell yeah I am. Kirishima. I'm so pumped up. Mina. I can't wait. Hagakure. Same here. Denki. I just hope we don't have to take a pop quiz or something. Siro. Don't worry, the first day is usually the easiest. Denki. Good to know. Ojiro. By the way, Izumi. Izumi. Yeah. Ojiro. Do you know where Izuku is? Jiro. Now that you mentioned it, where has he been? Momo. Yeah, I haven't seen him in while. Izumi. I don't know, he's never at home. Shoka. Then where could he? Izumi. I don't know. Katsuki. Who cares wherever that nerd is, as long as he isn't in my way, then I don't care. Katsumi. Shut up, Katsuki. Katsuki. TCH. Shoji. But seriously, where could he be? Before anyone could answer Shoji, the sound of something large and metallic was heard coming their way as the class looked behind them and see a walker turn the street corner, shocking them as John, Issei and Rindo chase after it, yelling. Denki. Wait, is that Rindo, John and Issei? Momo. If those three are here, then that means. John runs in front of the walker as it stops and looks downward at John, who's at his limit. John. Izuku, get out of the walker. Class 1A. Ehhhhhh. Izuku pops his head out of the cockpit with pilot goggles on and looks at John. Izuku. I call it an it saint. John. I don't care, get down from there. Izuku. No, John. Get out of the giant pile of metal. Izuku. I don't wanna. John. Get out or I cut it down. Makoto. No means no, John. John. Wait, Makoto. Izuku pops his head back inside as Makoto pops his head out with pilot goggles and a mask on. Makoto. Sup, John. What are you doing in there? Makoto. I'm the co-pilot. John. Well, can you talk some sense into Izuku? Makoto. Nah man, this is fun. Makoto pops his head back inside as the it saint starts walking forward again while John tries to stop it but can't. Meanwhile, inside the it saint. Izuku. Ah, mess around trumpet noises. Makoto. They doing the mess around trumpet noises. Izuku. Makoto. They doing the mess around, everybody do the mess around trumpet noises. The two boys laugh in joy until the alarm goes off as they see that one of the legs stopped working and they're starting to tilt forward. Makoto. That's not good. Izuku. Seatbelts on, this is gonna get bumpy. The two put on their seatbelts as the it saint falls forward and crashed face first into the ground. Then the cockpit door opens as Izuku and Makoto crawl out to see John stabbing into the it saint aggressively. Makoto. Aw man, Izuku. Don't worry, I can easily make another one. Makoto. Sweet. Izumi. Oni-chan. Izuku looks over to see Izumi and Class 1A running towards him, spooking him as he pulls out a shockwave grenade and he jumps up, throws it down, and the moment it touched the ground the grenade exploded, sending Izuku, Makoto and John flying in random directions, shocking the others. Izuku flies through the air until he crashes into the side of a building and slides down and plopped on the ground. Izuku. Hee good thing I've got a bit of anything and everything all of the time. Izuku gets back up and runs to school as fast as he can, and after 39 minutes he makes it to U-Ahai, barging through the doors and looking for Class 1A, and once he finds it he opens the door and sees all of Class 1A already here. Izuku. How did you get here so fast? Uraraka. We took the shortcut. Izuku. There's a shortcut. Shoto. You'd know these things if you walked with us. Izuku. Oh, so where's the teacher? Aizawa. Down here. Izuku looks down to see Aizawa on the floor in a sleeping bag as he gets up and looks at the class. Aizawa. Alright you runts, welcome to U-Ahai. Now first things first, go change into your gym uniforms and meet me outside in the field. Uraraka. But sir, what about orientation? Aizawa. My class, my rules, now step to it. The class head to their respective locker rooms as we see Izuku changing while digging in his pants pockets. Kirishima. Hey Izuku, what are you looking for? Izuku. Something. Shiro. Can you tell us? Izuku. Nah. Denki. Why not? Izuku. Don't feel like it. Ojiro. What's in your pants pocket anyway? Izuku. Oh, here it is. Izuku pulls out a pair of gloves and puts them in, confusing the boys. Sato. It's just gloves. Izuku. Now just any gloves. Izuku claps his hands together as a sudden wave of electricity came out of the gloves and flow through each other, spooking the boys. Izuku. Power gloves, ha 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 ha. Izuku claps his hands together as the wave of electricity disappears, and then he walks out of the changing room and heads to the field, leaving the others behind. He then gets outside along with some of the others, and then the whole class arrives. Aizawa. Alright, the one who got first place step forward. Izuku and Katsuki stepped forward as the two looked at each other as Katsuki immediately got aggressive. Katsuki. The hell are you walking up first? I got first. Izuku. No, I'm pretty sure I did. Katsuki. Like hell you. Aizawa. Yeah, he did. Izuku. See. Katsuki. TCH. Izuku steps forward as Aizawa throws a ball at Izuku, who catches it. Aizawa. Do you know how far your ball throw score was? Izuku. Last I remember it was about half a mile. Aizawa. Impressive, try to go farther. Izuku. Hi. Izuku got into a baseball pitcher stance and winded his arm back and then threw the ball, breaking 5 sound barriers and vanishing up into the clouds. Izuku. So how was that? Aizawa. 50 miles, not bad. Izuku. Yes, I got this in the bag, thank you sensei. Aizawa. Alright, next. And then the rest of the test went by as a breeze. Izuku did good in the strength and endurance part but scored mid-high on the track part, right above Lita, surprising many, and after the test was over the class are all tired and panting. Aizawa. Not bad brats, you did well. Denki. Sensei, can we huff, can we go back inside? Aizawa. Sure, but first I forgot to mention something. Class 1A. Huh. Aizawa. Whoever got last was expelled. Class 1A. What? Aizawa. Yep, so that means Mineta. Oh no, I'm done for. Izuku. I never did like Mineta anyway. Aizawa. Izuku, you're outta here. Izuku. Izuku. What? Katsuki. Class 1A. What? Izuku. Hold on, unclogs ears, say that again please. Aizawa. Yep, you're expelled. Izuku. I see. Why? Aizawa. I said the use of a quirk was okay, but you used those gloves of yours to get up on the scoreboard, so technically you cheated. Izuku. Are you serious? Why you can't he serious? Aizawa. I'm dead serious, pack it up and go home. Izuku. Nods head, okay, okay. Izuku walks away from the field, not batting an eye to anyone as he walks inside the building. Aizawa. Now for the rest of you, you did well, now let's head inside. Mina. B but sensei. Aizawa. If any of you try to defend him then you'll follow him out the gates, understand? Class 1A. Silent. Aizawa. That's what I thought, now move it. The class walk off as Aizawa goes in his sleeping bag and decides to take a nap as we see Izuku in the school bathroom looking at himself in the mirror. Izuku. I'm fine, he, it's gonna be okay, everything is gonna be just fine. Izuku eventually starts crying in the bathroom, letting all the pent-up emotions out, but it didn't go unheard as someone walks into the bathroom to see Izuku crying in the mirror. Izuku. Izuku. Looks over K. Kosei. Kosei. H. Hold on, W. Why are you crying? Izuku. I. Kosei. Okay, calm down first then tell me. Izuku. Sniffling, I got expelled. Kosei. Oh, damn man, that sucks, what are you gonna do now? Izuku. I don't know, sniffling, probably start a smuggling business or something. Kosei. Oh well, that's cool to HEA, wait what? Izuku. Or maybe I should just become a full-time villain. Kosei. No. Kosei runs over and grabs Izuku by his shoulders and makes him look at him. Kosei. Anything but that, you'd be unstoppable. Izuku. Well, what else am I supposed to do? Kosei. I don't know. Hey Kosei, you okay in here ma? Izuku. Izuku. Hey Rin. Rin. What's wrong with you? Kosei. He got expelled. Rin. On the first day dude, what did you do? Izuku. That's the thing I. Rin. Okay man, calm down and relax first. Izuku. Sniffling, that's the thing I don't know. Rin. Well, what are you gonna do now? Izuku. I don't know, are you sure I shouldn't just become a full-time villain? Kosei. Rin. No. Rin. You'd be a straight-up menace. Izuku. Well, I don't know what to do anymore. Izuku falls forward as Kosei catches him and looks at Rin, not sure on what to do until Kosei has an idea. Kosei. I got it. Rin, go get kendo, she can talk Izuku down. Rin. On it. Rin runs off as Kosei tries to comfort Izuku the best he can, and after a few minutes Rin comes back. Rin. She's outside. Kosei. Okay, come on Izuku, let's go talk to Kendo, okay? Izuku. Okay. Kosei and Izuku walk out of the bathroom as Izuku sees Kendo, who's shocked to see Izuku crying as she grabs him and hugs him and starts rubbing on his back. Izuku. Kendo-chan I. Kendo. SSSHH, it's okay Izuku, I know things will get better. Izuku. But how? I don't know what else to do besides doing full-time villainy. Rin. Kosei. What is that even on your mind? Kendo. Absolutely not, throw the whole idea away, you wanna know why? Izuku. Sniffling, why? Kendo. Because you'll be in our class instead. Kosei. Rin. Huh. Izuku. Really? Kendo. Yep, from this point on you're now a member of Class 1B. The day is still going on as we see Vlad in his classroom looking at Kendo, who's looking at Vlad. Vlad. So you're saying you want me to put Izuku here in Class 1B? Kendo. Hi sensei. Vlad. I see, and you want to be in this class Izuku? Izuku. Yes sir. Vlad. Weren't you originally in Class 1A? Izuku. I was, but then Aizawa expelled me. Vlad. Why? Izuku. He said I cheated using my power gloves. Vlad. Power gloves. Izuku. Observe. Izuku puts on his power gloves and claps his hands together as a streak of electricity flows from one globe to the other, shocking Vlad and the rest of Class 1B as the lights in the room flicker on and off a bit. Izuku. POWA ha 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 ha. Izuku the claps his hands back as the streak of electricity goes away and the lights go back to normal as Izuku looks back at Vlad. Izuku. So am I in? Vlad. Did you make those yourself? Izuku. Yes, I had a lot of free time during summer break. Vlad. Aizawa, you absolute fool, this kid is a damn genius. I'll have a chat with the principal to see what he says and then I'll be back to inform you all. Just take a seat over there in the corner. Izuku. Hi. Izuku sits in the seat in the corner of the room as Vlad leaves the classroom heading to the principal's office to talk with Nezu about Izuku being in Class 1B. Izuku hugs Kendo and smiles, much to her liking. Izuku. Thank you Kendo-chan. Kendo. Of course, you're my best friend Izuku. Rin. We got to him just in time too. Juzo. Huh, why do you say that? Izuku. I was considering being a full-time villain. Class 1B. No. Monoma. You'd take over the country in a day if you were a villain, maybe even an hour. Izuku. Am I that scary? Reiko. It's not that you're scary, it's just that you'd be really good at being evil. Izuku. Aw thanks, Reiko. That wasn't supposed to be a compliment. Izuku. Oh. While Izuku chats it up with Class 1B, we see Vlad in Nezu's office after telling him what Aizawa did to Izuku. Nezu. So Aizawa expelled Izuku because he wasn't using a quirk but instead high-powered electric power gloves. Vlad. Yes, Nezu. I've heard enough, Izuku's all yours. Vlad. Hi, thank you Nezu. Nezu. Of course, plus it's something for you to rub in Aizawa's face later on down the line. Vlad. What are you gonna do about Aizawa for expelling Izuku? Nezu. Don't worry, I'll have a chat with him very soon, just go start class, okay? Vlad. Hi. Vlad gets up and leaves Nezu's office heading back to his classroom, and once he opens the door he starts levitating as he looks around and sees everyone and everything levitating in the room. Vlad. What happened? Class 1B. Izuku. Vlad. Izuku, what did you do? Izuku. I use my zero-gravity gloves. Vlad. What? Izuku. Yeah, I clapped my hands together and turned off the gravity in the room. Reiko. I'm okay with this. Jirota. I think I'm gonna be sick. Vlad. Izuku, can you turn it off? Izuku. It'll turn off any second, no. And then the gravity comes back as everyone and everything falls back down to the ground. Izuku. Ta-da, pretty cool, right? Jirota. Please don't do that again. Izuku. No promises. Vlad. Well, first things first, clean this room up and then we'll head to the training grounds. Class 1B. Hi. Class 1B, clean up the entire room making sure it's in tip-top shape, then after that the class heads to the training grounds, which is another building by itself. The class get there and split into groups of 2 and start sparring with one another as Izuku's sparring partner is Monoma. Monoma. Ready for this, Izuku? Izuku. Hi. Monoma. No power gloves either, okay? Izuku. Okay, ready. Monoma. Good, let's go. Monoma runs at Izuku and throws a punch only for Izuku to dodge and sweep Monoma's legs, but Monoma catches himself and backflips onto his feet as Izuku rushes him and throws a punch, but Monoma moves his head and goes for a knee, but Izuku blocked it using both his hands. The two then slid back and blitzed each other again as Monoma threw a punch, but Izuku ducked and went for an uppercut, but Monoma dodged in time, but then Izuku grabbed Monoma's waist and hoisted him up and then fell backwards, hitting Monoma's head on the mat as the two get up and shake hands. Izuku. I win. Monoma. You won't be so lucky next time. Tetsu. Whoa, Monoma, awesome moves. Setsuna. Yeah, where did you learn to fight like that, dude? Monoma. Oh, Izuku made this training robot to help me train in hand-to-hand combat. It kicked my ass a lot during middle school. Yosetsu. Is that where you got that black eye from? Monoma. Don't remind me. The class giggle remembering that day as Vlad smiles, seeing the class getting along but also seeing Izuku fitting in nicely, but the moment was ruined the moment the doors opened as Aizawa and Class 1A walked in the room to see Class 1B, but not only 1B but Izuku with them, surprising 1A, especially Aizawa. Izumi. Izuku. Why are you here? Izuku. I'm in Class 1B now. 1A. Huh. Monoma. That's right, 1A scum, we've got the mad genius on our side. What do you got, 2 angry purse dogs? Katsuki. Katsumi. Shut up. Monoma. See what I mean, angry purse dogs. Katsuki. Deku runs in asterisk, why the hell are you still here, nerd? Izuku with his quick thinking digs in his pocket and pulls out an apple and throws it at Katsuki, confusing him and everyone else until the apple grew sharp rows of teeth and bit Katsuki's face. Katsuki. A-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H. Class 1A. A-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H. Izuku. Oh shit, I forgot I hid that mimic in my pocket. The apple mimic bit and chomped on Katsuki's face as Katsuki ran around sending explosions everywhere while his class tried to get him to stop running while Class 1B laughed their asses off. Katsuki. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off. Jiro. Izuku, do something. Izuku. Don't worry, he's fine. Katsuki. Its tongue is in my nose. Izuku. And now time to step in. Izuku puts 2 fingers in his mouth and lets out a whistle as the apple mimic stops biting Katsuki's face and hops towards Izuku and hops onto his shoulder. Izuku. Good mimic, oh yes you are. Katsuki. What the fuck is that? Izuku. Apple mimic. Mineta. Where did it come from? Izuku. I made him. Mina. Why? Izuku. I couldn't get a puppy so I created one in the form of a mimic. He's been with me since I was 10. Aizawa. Vlad. Yeah, Aizawa. Why the fuck is he here? Vlad. What do you mean? Aizawa. The kid, he's weird. Vlad. Watch your mouth, he's my student. Aizawa. So you decided to deal with him, go ahead, less headaches for me, I already have a bunch of problem children to deal with, I don't need the blue-haired one adding to it. Izuku. You know you're talking a lot of shit for someone with 2 perfectly good eyeballs each 50 grand on the black market. Aizawa. Denki. I'm not sure if that was a threat or a joke. Yui. Don't worry about Izuku, he wouldn't do that, I don't think he would. Aizawa. Anyway, we're here to train, so we'll take one side of the room, you take the other. Vlad. Sure, alright, class, split it down the middle. Class 1A gets the left side of the building while Class 1B gets the right side of the building. The 1A girls look over at Izuku from time to time, seeing him sparring with Kendo, surprised by his defense and offense along with the boys. Class 1A. Was he always this good at close combat? Aizawa. Not impressed. Katsuki. Nerd thinks he's hot shit now, huh? Kendo throws a punch at Izuku, who dodges and grabs Kendo's arm and throws her over his shoulder, but she lands and kicks Izuku back, sending him sliding back a bit as he rushes in and goes for a karate kick, but Kendo dodges and grabs Izuku's foot and puts her hand in his chest, spinning him around and throwing him off the mat onto the floor. Kendo. You okay, Izuku? Izuku. Yeah, I'm okay. Aizawa. Can't even win a close quarters battle. Izuku. You're good. Kendo. Hey, thanks, it's acquired from constantly running into perverts. Izuku. Really? Kendo. Yeah, bunch of creeps on my street block don't learn. Izuku. Vlad sensei. Vlad. Yes, Izuku. Izuku. Does you have a workshop? Vlad. Yeah, it's in the main building. Why? Izuku. I've got an idea. Vlad. Aizawa. Class 1A, 1B. Oh god. Izuku runs out of the training room and back into the main building to find the workshop so he can work on his idea for Kendo. Izuku. Now if I were a workshop, where would I be? Boom. Izuku. That way. Izuku runs towards the sound of the explosion, and once he gets there he sees smoke and a figure in the smoke who walks out and sees Izuku. Hey there, stranger, what bring you here? Izuku. The sound of explosions, gears, and the smell of metal and gunpowder. Oh, I like you already, my name's Mei Hatsume. Izuku. Hello Mei, my name's Izuku. Mei. Hello Izuku, so why are you really here? Izuku. I've got an idea and I need to work, if that's cool with you. Mei. Come on in. Izuku walks into the workshop to see a large room of stuff in boxes and crates. Izuku. It's just like the junkyard. Perfect. Izuku starts rummaging through the boxes and crates for the right tools as Mei watched him impressed. Mei. So you're into machines. Izuku. Yep, I've something of a genius myself. Mei. Really? Izuku. Yep, what about you? Mei. Oh, my quirk, it's called zoom. I can zoom in on things from far away and find them. Izuku. Interesting, you'd make a great sniper. Mei. Yeah, I guess you're right. Izuku. Yep, do you have a blowtorch anywhere? Mei. Up there. Izuku looks up to see the blowtorch on the top shelf, so he grabs a ladder and grabs it, then gets down the ladder and grabs a welder mask, putting it on as he starts using the torch. Mei. Wow, you really do know what you're doing. Izuku. Yep. Mei. Whatcha making? Izuku. A gift. Mei. For who? Izuku. A friend in need. You got a rune hammer around here? Mei. A what hammer? Izuku. Don't worry, I got my own. Izuku hits the objects with the rune hammer 4 times, then puts the hammer back in his pocket and starts adding the finishing touches. Izuku. AAANND. Done walla magic. Mei. Are those nunchucks? Izuku. Yes, but with a twist. Mei. What's the twist? Izuku. I need a test subject. Mei. Oh, I know, let me see. Izuku. Sure. Izuku gives Mei the nunchucks as she stands there smiling, confusing Izuku until Powerloader arrives. Powerloader. Damn it, Mei, this is the 5th failed test this DA. Mei. Mei threw the nunchucks at Powerloader, hitting him in the gut, electrocuting him, shocking Mei while Izuku smirked, and after few seconds Powerloader falls over unconscious. Izuku. Works like a charm. Mei. How did they do that? Izuku. Lighting runes. Mei. What? Izuku. Don't worry, I'm teaching my daughter the same thing. Mei. You have a child. Izuku. Yep, and she's great now, then got a bow tie and wrapping. Mei. Right there. Izuku grabs the bow and wraps the nunchucks up and puts the bow on there, and at that moment the school bell rings indicating the first day's over. Izuku. Nice talking with you, May. May. Same here, Izuku, it was nice talking to you. Izuku. See you again whenever I come back. Izuku runs off to go find Kendo as he runs outside and sees her with Class 1B. Izuku. Kendo. Kendo turns around to see Izuku running toward her with a gift in hand, and once he gets to her he passed it towards her. Kendo. Is this a gift? Izuku. Yep, for you. Kendo takes the gift and opens it and sees the nunchucks surprising her and the rest of 1B. Kendo. You made this. Izuku. Yep, Sen. In 20 minutes. Izuku. Yep, Class 1B. Thank God he's not a villain. Izuku. You can use those on those crepes you were talking about. Kendo. Cool, thanks Izuku. Togaru. You wanna walk with us? Izuku. Sure. Izuku and Class 1B walk out towards the U.A. gates together until Makoto ran over to Izuku sweating and breathing hard. Izuku. Hey Makoto. Makoto. Hey Izuku, listen, if anyone asks, I was on the school bus, okay? Makoto runs past Class 1B confusing them, but Izuku understood what he meant. Izuku. Guys, I think we should start running. Pony. Why, what's going on? Before Pony could finish her sentence, the sound of a window breaking was heard as everyone looked up and saw a monster fall out of a room on the 3rd floor and land on the ground and roar. Izuku. Oh, it's a hunter. Shihai. What the hell is that? Tetsu. WHO cares, just run. Everyone runs off as the hunter chases the closest person it can, causing the school alarm to go off as Izuku giggles at the chaos unfolding. Izuku. This is the best first day to start off school. It's the middle of the night as we see Issei sleeping peacefully, dreaming about stealing rich and getting bitches, until he hears the sound of his refrigerator door open. Issei. Someone's in my house. Issei gets up out of bed and sinks into the shadows, disappearing from his room and reappearing in the living room as he tiptoes into the kitchen, where he sees the refrigerator light on, and once he gets close he stops and looks around in confusing and then turns on the kitchen light to see a bunch of ducks in his kitchen. Issei. What the? Issei looks over to see a bunch of ducks rummaging through his bread box eating all the bread and crackers. He looks over again to see a bunch of ducks in his cabinet eating all the chips and candy. He looks forward to see a bunch of ducks in the refrigerator eating his leftover lasagna. Issei puts his knife on the counter, rubs his forehead and takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. Issei. Izuku. Izuku. You called. Issei. Ah. Issei fell down from Izuku suddenly appearing out of the pantry as Izuku comes out the pantry with 4 baby ducks on the top of his head. Izuku. I hope you don't mind the ducks. Issei. I do mind. What are you doing in my house anyway? Izuku. Trying out the duck cannon. Issei. Do I even want to know? Izuku. Well, it all started when. Issei. Izuku, I don't care. Izuku. Oh, Issei. Why the hell couldn't you test this out at any other house? Izuku. Oh, I already did. Issei. Huh, Izuku. I already went to the other's house and did the same thing. The difference is I didn't have a conversation with them like I am with you now. Issei. So what, you just left a bunch of ducks at their place? Meanwhile at Makoto's house. Makoto. No, get away from there. Makoto saves a baby duck from the activate buzzsaw on his wall. Makoto. Stop chewing the electric cable. Makoto tried to save a duck but it got electrocuted and fried. Makoto. That's poisonous. Makoto saved a baby duck from the vial of poison on his desk. Makoto. And don't get too close to the. Makoto watches as a large stitched flaming arm burst out from its cage and grabs 8 ducks as Makoto hears the sound of chewing and bones crunching. Makoto. Franken demon. Click. The sound of something unlocked was heard as Makoto looks over to see a cell door open from a duck with a key in its mouth, and before Makoto could comprehend, a blue tentacle came out and grabbed Makoto and started waving him around the room. Makoto. Ga, where did these ducks even come from? Meanwhile at John's house. Saffron. John, do something. John. I am trying. John picks up a duck, but the moment he did it split into 2 more ducks, causing the living room to be flooded with ducks as they continuously quake over and over. John. Okay, that's it. John walks his way into the kitchen and grabs a bag of bread and opens the back door and throws the bag of bread outside, catching the ducks' attention as they run outside, and once they're all out in the backyard, John closes the door and sighs. John. Okay, that's one problem taken care of. Now then, what to do with all these feathers? Saffron. John, what's that? John looks over to see a duck egg crack open as a baby duck comes out and quakes and start proofing even more baby ducks. John. No, no, no. Meanwhile at Rindo's house. Rindo. Come here, damn duck. Rindo swings her chained cleaver at the duck that jumps up, riding the cleaver as it stabs into the wall. Then the duck quakes and walks away, only for Rindo to grab her meat hammer and swing it downward, but the duck teleports out the way onto the kitchen counter. Rindo looks over and throws 3 kitchen knives at the duck, only for it to jump over one knife and lands back on the counter. Rindo. Hold still. Rindo swings her chained cleaver again, only for the duck to quake, turning the cleaver into a piece of blade as the duck takes a bite out of the piece of bread. Rindo looks at the duck and back at her chain and drops it and walks into her room as the duck quakes a few times until Rindo comes back with a flamethrower. Rindo. Duck is on the menu. Rindo pulls the trigger, spewing flames at the duck that quakes, spewing magic out its mouth as the 2 attacks collide, creating a bright light in the kitchen. Rindo. I will cook you alive, damn duck. Whiz duck. It's wizard time, mother quack fucker. Fireball. The whiz duck flies up and spews a fireball at Rindo, who's shocked by this, and then boom. Half of the house explodes from the fireball as we see the whiz duck fly down and land on the kitchen counter and quake, then walk away until it gets hit on the back of the head and falls down unconscious as Rindo comes out of the debris breathing heavily. Rindo. I'm eating good tonight. While Rindo prepares to cook the wizard duck, we cuts back over to Izuku and Issei. Issei. So you're just getting rid of the extra energy you currently have? Izuku. Yep. Issei. So you made a duck launcher and just started fucking with us? Izuku. Yep. Issei. Izuku, go to sleep. Izuku. Okay, good night, Issei. Issei. And take your. Izuku presses a button and teleports out of Issei's house, leaving him with all the ducks. Issei. Damn it, now what am I gonna do with these ducks? While Issei figures out what to do, we cut over to Izuku, who teleported into his room and fell face first on the bed as he giggles to himself. Izuku. That was fun anyway, good night. A blue tentacle sprouts out of Izuku's back and turns off the lights as Izuku eventually falls asleep. It's a new day as we see Class 1B walking down the street headed for school, talking. Reiko. So what do you think we'll be doing today? Narengeki. Whose knows the first day of school is usually easy and simple, after that it's just survival of the fittest. Togaru. Agreed. Yui. Hey Kendo, how are those nunchucks Izuku gave you? Kendo. Oh, they're awesome, it's like a taser but extra painful. Monoma. That's our mad genius, that foolish sleep-deprived 1A teacher doesn't know what he's missing. Kosei. I wouldn't say all that, don't get me wrong, Izuku is an absolute genius, but it's like flipping a coin. Awase. Yeah, you don't know if he'll be good one day or cause absolute chaos the next. Abara. Speaking of which, where do you think he is now? Kendo. Who knows, he could still be sleeping in or. Rin. He could be headed this way now. Shihai. What makes you say to oh my god? The others turn around and are put to shock as they see a land ship on the streets. The land ship stops beside the class as Izuku runs over to the side and looks down. Izuku. Hey guys, hop aboard. Izuku pulls a lever, making a ramp falls down as the class walk up the ramp and get on the land ship as Izuku continues driving the ship. Izuku. Good morning guys, how are you doing today? Abara. I'm doing well also. Izuku, did you make this overnight? Izuku. Oh no, I made it over the summer. Jiroda. How much free time did you have? Izuku. Yes. Rin. Oh okay, I see. Izuku. Now then, full speed ahead. Izuku runs over and stomps on the gas pedal as the land ship goes top speed through the street, causing Class 1B to hold onto something while Izuku proceeds to break a bunch of road laws. Meanwhile over at U.A. we see Vlad in the teacher's lounge with the other U.A. staff. Vlad. So how was your guys' first day? Midnight. Same as usual, disciplining little pervs. Present Mike. Smooth sailing for me. Ectoplasm. Same here. Vlad. What about you, Higuri? Power loader. I got electrocuted. Lunch rush. What? How? Power loader. I got hit by some nunchuck and all of a sudden I get electrocuted. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. Present Mike. Yeesh, tough first day. Huh? What about you, Shota? Aizawa. I expelled one of the students. Staff. Again. Aizawa. Yep. Vlad. And now they're in my class. Aizawa. Less headache for me. Hound dog. Aizawa, I don't get why you do that. Aizawa. Well, unlike someone else in this room, I don't believe in second chances. Vlad. I feel like that was meant for me. Aizawa. That's because it was. Vlad. Aizawa, the kid has power gloves he made by himself. Power loader. I'm sorry, what? Aizawa. True, but no quirk without one he ain't getting far. Vlad. Why have a quirk when he can make extraordinary things? Midnight. I'm sorry, but who are we talking about right now? Vlad. My student Izuku Yagi. Recovery girl. You mean the young man with blue hair who turned his hands into weapons? Vlad. Yes, Aizawa. I can already tell by looking at him that one is going to be a problem. Present Mike. Oh come on Aizawa, give the kid a chance, I'm sure he's not all that bad. Tap tap tap. The staff heard tapping on the window as Hound Dog walked over and pulled the blinds, seeing Izuku shocking him and the other staff members. Midnight. How did he? Hound Dog. Opens window, kid, what are you do? Is that a flying ship? The other staff get up and look over Hound Dog and are surprised to see Izuku in Class 1B on a flying ship. Power loader. How is that even possible? Izuku. I made it during summer break also. Is there a place to park if the parking lot didn't work out quite as well? Ectoplasm. What do you mean? Izuku. Let's just say it's a mess over there. Snipes walks out of the teacher's lounge and looks out the window, seeing cars scattered across the parking lot upside down, on their sides or on top of one another. Snipes. Ah hell. Aizawa walks over and sees the same thing, but noticed one of the car's engines is on fire, but once he takes a closer look he notices that's his car, but before he could say anything the car's engine exploded. Snipe. Hey, I feel sorry for whoever's car that was. Aizawa. I just paid that car off. Snipe. Oh, hey, sorry to hear that. Once Izuku finds a parking spot for his ship, he and Class 1B walk into the building and begin class. The first few hours is just lectures and trick questions, and then the lunch bells rings as the students head to the lunch room. We see Izuku at the 1B table chatting with them until John walks over and firmly grasps Izuku's shoulder. John. Sorry everyone, I'm gonna borrow Izuku for a bit. John drags Izuku off, who continues eating his tuna sandwich and waves at 1B. Once John reaches his table he drops Izuku, who gets back up and looks at his tired friends. Izuku. What happened to you guys? John. Clone duck. Makoto. Smart ducks. Issei. Baby ducks. Rindo. Izuku. What's wrong with Rindo? John. Apparently she ate some wizard duck and has been stuck in a trance ever since last night. Izuku. Oh, don't worry, I got something that'll fix that. Izuku pulls out a bottle of milk and puts it in Rindo's mouth as she instantly coughs up the milk and snaps back to reality. Rindo. Oh good, what was that aftertaste? Izuku. That Rindo was fresh harpy milk. Rindo. Where did you even find harpy milk? Makoto. And harpies don't have udders. Izuku. Issei had it in his refrigerator and it's titty milk. All eyes are now on Issei, who's not making eye contact with anyone. Makoto. Issei, why do you? Issei. Don't worry about what I do in my free time. Mina. Hey Izuku. Izuku, hearing Mina's voice, turned around to see her and Uraraka and Toru. Toru. We were wondering if you wanted to sit with us at our table. Izuku. No, I'm already at a table. Uraraka. Come on Izuku, we're friends. Izuku. No, the last thing I remember was you saying to me that Lita is a better boyfriend than I'll ever be, and then you kicked me in the face, sending me into a tree. Uraraka. That was months ago. Izuku. And I still remember it, so no. Toru. But, Makoto. Hey, he said no already. Mina. Oh shut up you villain. Uraraka. Yeah, stay out of this. Makoto. Dumb bitches, that villain shit gets on my fucking nerves. John. Look, Izuku said no, so just go back to your table and eat your food. Toru. Not until Izuku comes sit with us. Izuku. Okay, now let me off. This is a rebuttal. 3 green slime tentacles come out of Izuku's back and wrap around the girls and stretch over to the 1A table and drops them on top of the table, shocking everyone. Izuku. That King Slime potion is really convenient, or did I call it the Slime King potion? It was one of the two. John. Izuku, what was that? Izuku. What was what? John. The slime thing. Izuku. Oh, before summer I made this potion that contained every single slime in it. Issei. Do you even know how many slimes there are in the world? Izuku. 100. Issei. Too many to count. Izuku. Cool. Then the lunch bell rings as everyone leaves the cafeteria and heads back to class, as we see class 1B and 1A at the fake city area. Vlad. Alright class, today we'll be doing a double class training. Tetsu. Not a class battle. Aizawa. Nope, instead it'll be you two classes working together to take down Izuku. Class 1A, 1B. Huh. Izuku. Why me? Aizawa. I don't see why not. Vlad. What Aizawa is trying to say is that you're most likely to defeat both classes all on your own. Aizawa. I didn't say that, plus I doubt that. Izuku. Sure, so do I start now or? Vlad. If you want you can find a place to hide. Izuku. Prep time. Izuku runs into the fake city, leaving both classes scared of whatever is going on. In his head they stand there and wait for 2 minutes until Aizawa gave 1A the green light to go as they rush into the city to find Izuku. Vlad. Aizawa, what the hell, that was only 2 minutes. Aizawa. In a real fight you don't give the enemy time to think, you go straight after them. Kendo. Sir, I don't think you wanna let them go in there alone. Aizawa. It's 20 vs 1, you put too much faith in that boy, besides what's he gonna do in 2 minutes? Aoyama. Heelp. Aizawa, Vlad and class 1B look over to see Aoyama, Mina, Toru, and Kirishima being attacked by a bunch of leprechauns, shocking them, and then a flying 4-leaf clover arrives as they see a kid, Izuku. Izuku. Hi guys. Pony. Izuku, what did you do? Izuku. I turned myself into a leprechaun. Class 1B. What? Aizawa. How? Izuku. And this is the St. Patrick's Mafia here to take gold and bust kneecaps. To be continued. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and now we will see you in the next video.